Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Disobedience turned their hearts to stone. Rejected the truth, lost in the zone. Now they're paying rent in Hades' bone home. Both crackheads, no shelter in the night. Underworld gates, that eternal fright. Denial. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Only face facts could have saved their plight. Hey. No way back. Lost souls on brimstone. Cleopatra. Gotta pay the toll. Zeus truth or face the dole. Hey. Too full to flow. Cheyenne, good morning. I see you. Keep up the great work, ladies and gentlemen. Eternal chains, no end. You got your coffee? I'm your coffee. Don't worry, I'll take good care of you. Follow the path or drown in the stream. Zeus wrath, a cruel dream. Till torment echo loud. Lost in sulfur, death. Carl Knox, good morning. Yvonne, good morning. Longway, good morning. Dolphin, good morning. Chile, good morning. Gotta do it. We gotta get in and out this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Zeus has other things to do, alright? But I'll try to do what I came to do, alright? Alright, it's nice to see all of you. A lot of people are traveling, I hear. They're going this way, they're going that way. PA, good morning. Good morning, attacking. Haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing okay, because I didn't give you permission to skip class. Tell them, Cheyenne, thank you. Tell them. Good morning, yeah. You gotta ask Zeus for permission to skip the show, right, Ange? Good morning. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Noel, good morning. Yeah. Because guess what? I can't do all of this work by myself. That's just kind of how it is. You know what I do. You know what we do over here, right? I can't do it all by myself, so you gotta be committed to this. I didn't get here by myself. A lot of you forced Zeus to be in this situation we're in, so we gotta continue the great work, right? You were just broadcasting, by the way, and it ended to come support you. All right, attacking. Thank you. Everyone, please follow attacking, because he's showing you how to do this. All right, he's been with me from the very beginning, I would say. All right, thank you, attacking. Well, a lot of you have, right? We're really like family at this point. Sometimes we get along for the most part, but every now and then we bump heads. But don't worry. There's nothing like sibling and rivalry. All right, good morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, W. Rick in the chat. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Oh my gosh, this is kind of like our last day. I don't think I'll have to go on tomorrow, because you know what tomorrow is, right? Right, Heaven, right? But before we get started, let's take care of some very important housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some say, Triple H. And you know what the 3 H's are for. Honest, humble, and handsome. Thank you, Miss Morningstar. You're excited for the live, CC? Thank you. Well, you know what? That makes my day, because come on now, hold down on the cheers. That makes my day, because a lot of you could be anywhere right now. Especially it's the holiday time, right? You could be anywhere, but you said, you know what? I might as well get my day started with Big Zeus. All right. Now, you know what we do over here? We hold our friends on the right accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds, as well as crimes. And as far as I'm concerned, we have a criminal in the United States of America that is not facing any accountability, at least in the criminal justice system. But in the kingdom, we're going to hold them accountable, because we know what's at stake. We got to fight for our country, right? We got to fight for our country. So two big things for us all to be on the lookout for as this new administration begins to take over. The first thing is mass deportations. How many of you out there are in favor of mass deportations? Please put a 1 in the chat, please. I need to make sure we are all on the same accord, all right? How many of you out there are honestly in favor of those mass deportations? Put a 1 in the chat. Look at that right there, all right? I knew I had some of you. Don't worry. Inflation's going to go up, all right? But guess what? You won't be woke, you will be broke, all right? So the prices of all the things you like to buy at the store, if you into these construction things, you're building houses, and I'm going to build a new house, a new basement. This is what they tell me. Well, get ready. It's not going to cost you $20,000. It's going to cost you $50,000. Don't worry. Donald Trump is going to drain your wallets like they've never been drained before. And how many of you are in favor of those tariffs? Go ahead, put a 1 in the chat if you want to see tariffs. All right, I just want to see. Oh, I see a couple of ones. No, JC, I am not. Look at this person. They said, Zeus, you are. Woo! They said, you are so negative. Cisco 360. You want to come up in the box and do a 180? Because I haven't been negative at all, Cisco. I am not lying to you, Cisco. I've been telling the truth, and I've been trying to save Ida 1234W in the chat. Cisco, send me a guest request, all right? I'll bring you right up here, and I'll help you understand. I'm not negative. Joe Biden, the Democrats, we're not negative. That's why we're all smiling on TikTok, right? Because even though we didn't win the election, you know what we did? We won. We won because you're all going to be suffering like you've never suffered before. And you're all getting exposed. Every time I go through the news, every single one of these Trump supporters, they keep getting exposed. But speaking of being exposed, there's something that has recently been brought to my attention, and this hits close to home. And it's about somebody being exposed. What do I want to say? And let me see. So we're going to, first of all, that, like I said before, these tariffs and these mass deportations are going to happen, and I want America to understand what's at stake. All right. So first thing I want to do is, what do I want to do? Oh yeah. Eric Trump yesterday, he went on to Fox News and he showed the world that he has no clue what tariffs mean. All right. Now, to the Trump supporters, what tariffs mean is you're going to be spending more money wherever you go. OK, because we know you like to buy the Nikes. We know you like to buy the PlayStations. We know you like to buy products from China. Lynn, you're saying who cares? Well, that's what you all ran on. That's all Trump was talking about, right? The everything costs too much under Biden with the Bidenomics. So you should care. Listen to what Eric Trump says.
You want to allow drugs to come through our southern border? We're going to tariff you. You want to allow them to come through Canada? We're going to tariff you. China, if you're going to allow this stuff to get sold in our country, largely produced in China, we're going to add another 10% to your share. We are going to cost your countries, your economies. We're going to cost your businesses billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. If you think you're going to poison Americans, it's not going to happen. You're not going to destroy our youth. You're not going to destroy our society. You're not going to destroy our families. You're not going to do it. It's going to cost you. I'm going to put an end to it. Laura, when my father sent that 20 minutes ago, I literally cheered out loud.
Yeah, so Eric clearly has no clue what tariffs mean, but Trump's about to start what they call the tariff war. Thank you for putting that in the chat. So they say we had no wars under Trump. He's already started one, and the war is going to begin in your wallet, in your pocketbook. Good morning, Cabria. Cabria in the chat. The war begins in your pocketbook.
You want to allow drugs to come through our southern border?
Okay, because we know the issue when you start talking about substance abuse and things like that. The issue is really with the United States. A lot of you, as a matter of fact, I talked to you on TikTok. It sounds like you might be on that stuff. If you want to stop it from coming in, how about you get off of it? That's what I say. But it didn't stop there. Then we go on to one of my networks that I like to watch, CNN, because, sometimes they just bring up all kinds of random people on CNN. And it goes beyond tariffs. It involves the U.S. military. Let's listen to this real quick.
Having sort of the pass remain in Mexico, all of these sort of programs.
But again, Mexico has actually put a lot more border security on its southern border.
It's really working wonders. This is crazy.
Again, border crossings are down 75%. They're back to what they were under Trump.
If I were her, I would be prepared for my country to possibly have United States military incursions to take out the drug factories and the people who do this to us.
So you think we should not only have a trade war, we should have a military war?
I think we have to do what we have to do to stop.
I'm glad we all agree we should be de-escalating.
I think
that sounds like Remember the Alamo. I mean, it sounds crazy. Like
people who are dying in Kentucky.
Not only are we going to send the military on people who are here in the United States, we're now going to send the military over the border to attack Mexico.
No, I think
It's Americans who are bringing the drugs.
I think there
90%
are
of the drugs coming
strategic
in
ways to
are
use
from
the United
Americans.
States military to control immigration here and drugs there, and Mexico needs to pay attention to this man and work with us or face the consequences.
So this
of what I think.
So, how many of you out there think we should use the United States? Wait, y'all worrying about something that hasn't even taken place, Sarah? I know you don't believe that, Sarah, because if you did, you would have sent me a guest request, Sarah. Sarah, if it does take place, then what? Then what, Sarah? You're going to sit back and say that's acceptable? Sarah, the problem here is you all said you wanted the economy fixed and you wanted peace. This situation we're in is the exact opposite of what you've been demanding, right? The economy's not going to be fixed once the tariffs kick in. And our men and women in uniform, he wants to actually have them engage in a war right here in the United States of America at our borders. Sarah, have you lost it? I understand, Sarah. You're still under that spell. You're still under that spell, Sarah. So guess what I'm going to do, Sarah? I'm going to warm up the lake of fire for you because you don't get it. You don't get it. All right? You're possessed with the MAGA demon, and unfortunately, you're just unreasonable. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and warm it up real quick and give Sarah what she deserves. A huge, huge round of, you guessed it, booze and shame. Goodbye, Sarah.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Sarah, you're more than welcome to come up here and defend yourself, but I think what you're doing is downright disgusting and it's indefensible. All right. Now, the other thing that I'll talk about is, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we've caught a MAGA demon in the wild, and I wanted to share this story with you because it's a local story. All right. This is what I mean when I say you have to stop listening to these people and what they're crying about, because they're really not crying. Honestly, they're telling on themselves. All right. So what I want to do is bring up this so-called MAGA demon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if I can get him up here real quick. This came across my timeline. This guy right here. He seems to be a right-wing influencer of sorts. On X, he's quite the guy. All right. And on matter of fact, he's gone on to Fox News and he said some nasty things, ladies and gentlemen, about our lovely city of San Francisco. You know, they like to say Gavin Newsom and the Democrats, they're ruining great cities. Listen to what he was saying on Fox News. All right. This is back in 2023. All right. Bear with me. There's a message at the end of this.
Overstate how great San Francisco is fundamentally. It's just beautiful. And unlike so many cities around the country, which lost their manufacturing base, San Francisco never had one. And instead, it got like $1 trillion in tech money. So you'd think it would be the greatest city in the world, but it's become one of the worst. Someone should figure out how that happened. The whole city. The Rincon neighborhood in San Francisco, one of the richest neighborhoods in the country. Google has a building there. But it's becoming a slum. On Tuesday morning, the founder of the payments program Cash App, Bob Lee, was stabbed to death apparently on the street.
I remember that.
They still don't know who did it.
I remember this.
This kind of thing happens, not always to tech executives, of course, but it happens to normal people all the time.
I remember.
You may remember this video from July, shot by a man called Richie Wynn.
Okay, Richie Wynn, that's his name.
Children in San Francisco have to walk past on their way to school.
That's his name.
Bye, kids. Y'all get home safe, okay? Come on, man. These little kids gotta.
So what he's doing is he's going through San Francisco and filming just how disgusting things are in San Francisco. Now, I want you to understand he's a certified Trump supporter, and he's been on Fox News bashing San Francisco. All right, listen to some of the things he says.
Crazy.
Listen.
Ricky Wynn is the man who shot that video and has been trying his level best to get people to pay attention to what's happening to his city. He's in San Francisco tonight. He joins us. Ricky, thank you for coming on and for all the noise that you've made about what's going on around you. People seem to be ignoring it. Do you think this murder will wake people up?
I sure hope so. And I just want to send my condolences to the victim's family. You know, it's a horrible tragedy. But I also want to ask the mayor, London Breed, and the governor, Gavin Newsom, how much more anarchy are you going to allow before you put your political pride to the side and take a better look at some of these laws and implementations that you put in place and retract some of them because they're just not working? Californians are tired of being subjected to your social experiments, like defunding the police, like trying to legalize illegal drug use with these safe consumption sites and giving out paraphernalia on the street.
How many of y'all agree with him? How many of y'all agree with him? Because he's putting it on very thick. How many of y'all agree with him? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with him about, because if you believe this is really, how many of y'all believe this stuff? I mean, because I'm listening to this and I'm going, wow, this guy, he's putting it on so thick. I've never seen anybody put it on this thick. All right. Let me see. Lazy talking points. I agree. He's lying. Okay. Yes. Okay. Somebody says, okay. Oh, Mr. Clean, you believe this. All right. Let's see if we could get him to weigh in a little bit more, because it's almost like he had nothing good to say about the beautiful city of San Francisco. Right. All right. Let's see what else he has to say.
Going to allow before you put your political pride to the side and take a better look at some of these laws and implementations that you put in place and retract some of them because they're just not working. Californians are tired of being subjected to your social experiments, like defunding the police, trying to legalize illegal drug use with these safe consumption sites and giving out paraphernalia on the streets. I mean, the word travels fast, and within the criminal community and people that are using, and they're flocking here in what I like to call druggy tourism. Now, I don't know the facts of the case of what happened last night, but it just goes to say that when you turn felonies into misdemeanors, people are going to keep pushing that limit on what they can get away with in the city of San Francisco or in any of these democratic controlled places. They're just going to keep continuously to push the envelope on what they can get away with. So it's really disheartening to see, and I'm really broken up about my city being in the shambles that it's in right now, because this situation with this individual dying is just going to make the situation just that much more worse. You have to imagine, Tucker, like you said, all the money that the tech executives and the tech industry had put into San Francisco. Who's going to want to come and do a startup in San Francisco now when executives and innovators are getting killed and stabbed in the streets? I mean, it's going to further isolate San Francisco and make people leave, and it's really sad.
Okay, I've had enough of that, right? You've had enough of that. So this morning, or it was brought to my attention, there's some terrible news that we must bring up about this same MAGA content creator. If you don't, now this is him, right? This is him. What do I have this morning that I wanted to share with you? Oh, yeah. Oh, we got some bad news, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like he has been arrested and suspected of doing some nasty things in San Francisco. What's going on here, ladies and gentlemen? Hold on. This is local news.
Watchdogs? This is one of San Francisco's most viral watchdogs. This is Richie Witt. He has been arrested Monday. Jail inmate records show Wynn was booked on suspicion of felony pimping. Over the past 3 years, Wynn has posted videos on his social media pages exposing the city's open-air drug markets and street conditions. The San Francisco Standard reports he was arrested at SFO, citing a police report saying he was traveling with a commercial sex worker. Officers searched his apartment and found nearly $80,000 in cash, discriminating messages on his cell phone.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen?
I've always had dreams and aspirations.
So once again, we've caught a MAGA demon right here, ladies and gentlemen, pretending like it's the Democrats. It's the Democrats. But guess what? We caught you at SFO. And by the way, this person was 15 as well. So it's even worse than it sounds on, because they got to keep it clean. You're the one actually making San Francisco worse again. And you want to blame the Democrats. Nice try. It wasn't transgender. It was you. Richie. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. We got to take care of business. He's innocent until, they say innocent until proven guilty. But guess what? You've been indicted and you've been arrested and now you're sitting in jail somewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, let's warm up the lake of fire and do what we came to do. Join me in giving this MAGA-possessed demon what he deserves, a huge round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Yeah. So that goes out to all of you Trump supporters out there that love to come up here and say the Democrats are ruining the cities. They come into my box and they go, "Oh, it's the Democrats ruining the city." It's not the Democrats. It's you, MAGA. All right. And we got more than enough evidence to prove what we've been saying is true. All right, now let's get to the box. All right, it's time to have Marsha. You believe anything the left says, and Zeus, the left does, as well as this man. Marsha, please, let's not start that up this morning. All right, let's start having some conversations now. I just wanted to make sure we got that out there in the open. All right, if you are hold on, why can't I access my background? Hold on. I just wanted to make sure we got that out there in the open. All right. If you are hold on, why can't I access my background? Hold on. I just wanted to make sure we got that out there in the open. All right. If you are hold on, why can't I access my background? Hold on. There. All right, here we go. If you are a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat and come on up here. I don't want to talk about that, but I wanted to bring that up. I really want to get to either immigration, mass deportations, or I want to talk about these tariffs, if you don't mind. All right. Oh, look at that. We got JoJo. JoJo, please come right on up, JoJo. Don't worry, I'll take good care of you. We'll drill, baby, drill, and we will lower those taxes. All right, JoJo, I sent you a guest request. Come on up here if you don't mind. It's right before Thanksgiving, so I think we will be able to have a good conversation.
I don't want to come up here. You keep inviting me.
Oh, I thought you put a 1 in the chat. Don't worry, JoJo. I'll take good care of you. I'll lower your taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, we just sent JoJo to the lake of fire. Let's give him a round of booze and shame. That was easy. My bad, JoJo. I thought I saw you put a 1 in the chat. Maybe something's wrong with my eyes.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Maybe my eyes are not, the best, but I thought I saw you put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and defend your daddy. All right, yeah, I saw that. If you are a Trump supporter, all right, and again, the gloves are... Actually, I don't like getting into identity politics. All right, I think we're past identity politics. I really want to make sure I was a Dem, but not no more. Marsha, please come on up here, Marsha. See, Marsha, you don't want to come up here and actually talk. All right, so Marsha, again, I want to talk to a certified Trump supporter, one that's really willing to be open and honest with the American people about what they understand is going to happen. When Donald Trump gets into office. All right. And that's why I continue to drive home the point about the issues. You made us all believe you cared about the economy, but you didn't really care about the economy, right? Because guess what? Things aren't really looking so good. Yeah. JoJo, please don't say anything, JoJo. If you could, please just sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. You really might learn something. All right. All right. Now, if you're a Trump supporter, you know the deal. All right. It don't take all day to do it. Put a 1 in the chat and I will bring you up. And don't worry. We will get to the bottom of whatever these issues are. All right. All right. I'm looking in the chat right now. All right. You see? Yeah, Miss Morningstar. I see them. W Corvette in the chat. Thank you. She says she's at work. Then why isn't she working? Because she's stealing time from her employer to watch Big Zeus. She can't help herself. She's a radical. All right. No, honestly, Trump supporters, come on up here and we don't have to waste all morning. We don't have to waste a lot of time getting this out of the way. You know what's coming. You know Donald Trump is going to raise the price of all these things that you've been crying about. And you got to answer the question, why is it acceptable now? Is it only acceptable because Donald Trump is doing it? Huh? Is it only acceptable because you can listen at work, especially driving? Yes, 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 yes. I'm holding out. I think there's a Trump supporter out there that is willing to come up here, all right, and really defend their cult leader. I know a lot of you are traveling as well, so I get it. Maybe you're just, in the passenger seat and you don't want them to tell you you don't want people to listen to you actually having to explain yourself. All right. They saying JoJo is scared. All right, all right. Let's see, who do we have next? Who do we have next? All right, who do we have next? This guy right here, 382 Jim. This guy's been stalking me for quite a while. Jim,
what's up, Zeus?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah,
How are you, my man? I miss you. How's everything going?
Happy
Thanksgiving, bro.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you. But why do you miss me? There's really nothing to miss. You see me every day.
Oh, I enjoy speaking to you. That's all. How's
All
Jack
right,
Smith?
who are you? Who are you in the car with? Snuggles? That's
my
Snuggles?
cousin.
Oh, okay. Thought it was Snuggles for a quick second. All right. Well,
How about if me and Snuggles come by and hang out with you for the holiday? Would that be
yeah.
great?
What would you guys do if you were to have an opportunity to hang out with Big Zeus? What do you
we'd
have in mind?
turkey and all the fixings and all that and everything. It'd be fabulous, man.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what?
But
Not
I figured
interested.
I'd say hi and
Well.
I
I'm
figured
not
I'd say-
interested. 382 Jim. I'm sorry to break your heart, but I'm not interested. All right. Now you
we're
could
buddies. Oh, you don't want to be my friend?
No. We're good on TikTok, all right? But listen, I appreciate that you're interested in me. Again, I understand.
You don't want to break no bread? Come on, man.
Well,
It's just the
listen.
season,
Well,
man.
okay,
Holidays are for caring and sharing, bro.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, make sure you do that with someone that really loves you and care about you, all right, Jim? Now,
Well,
what is there anything you wanted to say in terms of your dear leader before I move on?
Who's my leader?
Trump.
And what about your mommy?
What about her?
Kamala?
Oh, what about her?
How's your mommy?
She's not my mom,
Well,
but
why is he my daddy?
you voted for him.
Well, you voted for your mommy, right?
No, it's not the same, right? You worship
yeah, it
Donald
is.
Trump. You worship
Yes, it
Donald
is.
Trump. No.
Yes, it is.
Why
Yes,
don't you
it
wear
is.
have you ever seen me with a Kamala hat on? Have you ever seen me running around, going to rallies and
I don't
acting?
have my daddy. I don't have my daddy's hat.
I'm glad you admit that's your daddy. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I was trying to get you to understand.
You say he's my daddy.
He
so
absolutely
I call him my
is.
daddy, right?
Huh? I love it. Well, listen. Here's the thing. Do you care about him making you pay more when you go to the grocery store now and the mass deportations? What are your thoughts about that? What are your thoughts
Do you really
about?
know what tariffs are about?
I have a good
Look
idea.
tariffs up.
Yeah, what did it say when
Look
you
it
looked
up.
it up? What did
Look
it say
deep
when you?
into it. Look
Jesus
deep
Christ.
into it.
Got it.
We've
Got
already
it.
been living on tariffs, Zeus.
Okay.
Look up history, my man.
Okay. So you have no problems with Donald Trump?
If it's going to make the country better, why would I not?
I just didn't know. You seem like you tend to be you're a well-informed person in terms of keeping up with things, but I'm not getting that you are honestly following what's happening right now. So what I'll do, Jim, is I'll take care of you. All right. What I'll do is I'll go move on to the next guest. All right. You got this one. All right. And you and your friend you're riding with, you all have a nice Thanksgiving. All right. Ladies and gentlemen. All right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Peace out, boy.
Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. That's Jim. That's Snuggles, one of his BFFs on TikTok. Checking in with Big Zeus, but he's still possessed with the MAGA demon. Let's give him a huge round of booze and shame. He has nothing to offer. Thank you, Jim. We have nothing to offer.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat, all right, and come on up here so we can finish these conversations and go on about our morning. All right, don't get up here and start playing those games that you all like to play. You know what's about to happen. All right, W. Rick in the chat. We don't want to mix MAGA with our mac and cheese and potato salad. I get it. All right. Let's go. Why would you come up? What does that mean? What does that even mean? Tornado Todd. What does that mean? All right. Oh, look at this. Who do we have right here? Greg. Come on up here, Greg. It's holiday season. Yolanda, thank you for the subscription. Thank you. Thank you, Yolanda. All right. CC, yeah, Rick is a wonderful supporter of the show. Thank you so much. All right, who do we have now? Greg, you sent me a guest. Oh, well, you told me to bring you up. Greg, what do you got for us this morning?
I just hadn't talked to you in a while, but I got to say, like,
huh?
Usually I aggravate you. But
yeah. Have
it's
you
Thanksgiving? It's Christmas. I'm not going to aggravate you today.
No, I mean it's fair, but have you at least reconsidered what's happening in this country with Donald Trump and your support for him?
Just have to wait and see what happens.
Is that? Oh my goodness. Well, you can block me because hold on. I tell the truth, Marsha. No, that's not true. Listen. I wanted you to know this, Greg. This is probably going to be your last affordable Thanksgiving and Christmas. You know that, right?
No, it won't.
Yeah, it will. Have you heard about these tariffs that are about to actually, start to come in once Trump comes into office? He says day one, this is what he's going to do.
Well, everybody's confused with the tariffs. I don't think people really understand what they are.
What are they?
They're a tool, they're a tax, they're a lot of things.
Well, I mean, if you put it like that, it doesn't seem so bad. Why are people panicking about it?
Because people why are talking about it don't understand what it is.
Well, these shoe businesses, these shoe companies, they're coming out and they're saying, listen, Donald Trump, why don't you focus on the companies that we really need you to focus on? But you shouldn't do a blanket tariff that's going to impact just regular folks like me who are making money selling shoes. You know what I mean?
Everything. Anytime you add a tax or do something, consumers are always going to feel it a little bit. That's just a part of business. Same way with trucking. I mean, prices go up and down. Fuel goes up and down. It's just
wait a second. But don't you understand that you weren't saying that when Biden was doing what he was doing with the economy? You all didn't seem to have this level of understanding, right? That's kind of the issue. How's it?
Was the understanding? People were saying Biden didn't affect anything, and he did.
What did he? So what did President Biden affect? Oh, Greg, Greg, the TikTok gods caught you lying. And
sorry, I got cut off. Executive orders, just the one. For the executive orders, it scares corporations.
Okay.
I mean, it's not that he directly did it, but his decision, or in Trump's case, when he says stuff like he says, or when Biden says stuff, it scares people. It scares corporations. That's all I was ever trying to say. But
let's look at the egg prices.
Get that out. You always kick me off. So
no. Okay, so
yes, you did.
Okay, say it again. Say it again. What I never let you say it again because I want to make sure it's on the record.
When presidents do things, whether it's through executive order or comments made through the news media, it scares corporations. It scares businesses.
It doesn't matter which president says it. It doesn't matter which president says it, correct?
No, it don't matter which president. No, right. It really don't matter which president says it.
Okay.
Because if you scare a corporation, of course they're going to possibly raise prices or maybe pull back a little bit on what they were planning to do or whatever.
Okay. So let's speak to this in terms of a way I can understand it. Now, you've heard about the issue with egg prices all throughout Biden's administration, correct?
Yes. Egg prices are different across the country.
Right, but what has been
the same everywhere.
What has been the main thing everyone on the right has been saying about the eggs? What have they been saying?
Apparently, they've been paying $9 to $10 for 12 eggs.
So, and that's just too much, right?
Yeah.
And so the claim is,
not paid that.
Huh?
I'm not paid that.
You don't pay that? Oh, but a lot of other people in here on your side have been paying that because I remember her name is Red Lady Red brought that to the kingdom and she said she's spending $9 for some eggs. So if Joe Biden has the eggs at $9, for instance, and then Donald Trump says, I can fix it and get those eggs back to, whatever they should be, $1, $2, right? But Donald Trump comes in and the eggs are now $12. Why do you then say, well, sometimes that happens because of a president's words? You know what I mean?
Well, it's because every area.
Wait a minute. Where did you go? Greg. 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 I think your connection is once again getting the best of you, Greg. So what I'll do, Greg, I don't know what you got going on, bro. But we're going to have to move on to the next guest, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Greg, something's wrong with your connection, but I do hope you figure it out. All right. Is there anybody out there that wants to help Greg out with the answer about the eggs? This is a very simple question that I'm asking. And I don't got all morning. If you've been crying that the egg prices are too high, put a 1 in the chat. If you've been crying that the egg prices are too high, Donald Trump gets in and they go higher, you can't sit back and say, well, that's okay. You can't do that. You literally made a big deal out of an issue you really don't have a problem with. So that means you're a liar and you're a terrible person. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. You muted him and then booted him. No, I didn't, Jimmy. Zeus, you can't afford to buy your own eggs. Now you're crying. Hold on, Joe. Come on up here, Joe. So don't talk like that. Don't talk like that to me. I want to talk to somebody that's really out here. I want to talk to somebody who's really out here living this lifestyle, all right? I don't want to talk to these folks out here who are just, I can buy eggs, but I'm looking out for those who can't afford the eggs. No, come on up here if you're out here really living this lifestyle that you're crying about so that we can get to the bottom of the issues, all right? Please. Ma West, good morning.
Yes, it wasn't just eggs. Hi, my name is May, but
Oh, May. Okay, I'm sorry.
Washington.
Okay, shout out. Okay,
No,
May from
it's fine.
Washington.
It's fine.
All right, now you voted for
And,
Trump.
yes,
Oh, okay. Oh, Lord.
yes, I sure did vote for Trump. And it wasn't just eggs. It was more than that. If you go into a grocery store, you'll notice that they dropped the volume on a lot of products and raised all the prices.
Mm.
So Washington State has the sixth most highest groceries in the country.
6?
So yes, the sixth highest grocery prices in the
Okay.
country. We went from paying $250 on a set of groceries to literally paying $400 for that.
Same store?
Not only same store. Not
What's the name
only
of the
that,
store
we're
if you
being
don't
charged
mind? If you don't mind, can you give us, because sometimes people in the
Safeway for
Okay,
sure.
can somebody in the audience check into Safeway in Washington? Because sometimes people go up here and they do the little thing. They go back in time and they look up what it used to be, and then they come and they say this is So I'm hoping someone can go and look that up while you're telling us this story. All right. But yeah,
Okay.
so your groceries
Safeway,
doubled.
as well as Fred Meyer. Even Walmart prices have went up. So it's just not about the eggs. It's about about manufacturers dropping the volume of their products and then keeping the prices at the same cost or even raising the prices. And Safeway is not cheap. You can go look at Safeway is high in our right now our attorney general has actually been fighting a merger between Albertsons, Safeway, and Kroger because they're afraid that if they do that, then they'll have to close grocery stores. And
Okay.
that some of those groceries because the price differences, they'd have to ratio out those
Thank you, Lou.
prices among all those grocery stores.
Okay.
And that would actually end up increasing our grocery
So
prices even more.
so May, what I
And then- and let
May
me-
May.
and let me-
I won't be able
the
to ask you
kicker is-
anything. I can't talk, or we can't have a conversation. I mean, because you
I just need to include this.
Okay, go for
and
it,
the
please.
kicker is we also have to pay a bag tax for every bag that we take out.
How
the
much
store.
is that?
So we pay 8 cents per bag. And then on top of it, that's why I said let me finish. We also have what's called a sin tax in the city of Seattle. Where
A
we pay
sin?
more on sugar. Yeah, anything that has sugar in it, anything that has high glucose in it, anything that is cigarettes, anything of
You
that.
shouldn't be
that
using
type of
cigarettes.
thing.
You don't use cigarettes,
It
do you?
doesn't. It's also coffee. It's anything that has that is a sin, like anything that they feel is
Like sin,
pleasurable
like
for
you
you.
doing
Be it,
wrong, like sin, like you doing wrong and
yeah,
lying
that's
and
literally what
cheating.
it's called. It's called a sin tax. Yes,
Okay, okay. Now,
that's
now,
literally
now,
what it's called.
now. The reason I brought you up because to me, I'm listening to you and I take you at your word. Right, your grocery bills have doubled. Are you aware that they're going to go up once Trump gets into office? What
No,
if
what
you
I'm
think?
aware is that see, those are the things that you guys voted on. I voted on the things to clean up the Democratic thing because Washington State, these are all extra taxes from our
Wait,
state.
wait, wait, wait. But
Our
you,
state has all these extra
May,
taxes, and it's to control
but
corporate
May,
greed. No, you
May,
guys sit up and
May.
talk and ask questions, but you don't want
I
the full
asked you
answer.
just a. We're having like you and I. We just ran into each other, and we're both standing in the aisle of Safeway together. That's where I pretend like we are right now as we're talking. And I'm just asking you, okay, they've doubled since Biden got into office and you guys beat Joe Biden up. You said Bidenomics was terrible. The Democrats ruined the economy. But isn't the goal to bring down the prices?
The goal overall is to bring down prices,
Thank
but
you.
at
So
the
we can
end
agree.
of it,
You see how we agreed on that? I mean, I haven't pulled any tricks out of my bag yet, but I'm going to. But for the sake of making sure I understand the goal, we all in this life think we believe the prices definitely, if they can come down, should come down. Now, Donald Trump, during his campaign, he said he's going to help bring those prices down, right? If he doesn't get into office, what did he say? Let me see if I got something. Let me see. What did he say?
The stock market
Something like
is
this.
only up because they think I'm going to win. And if we don't win, according to many people, including one of the greatest Wall Street prognosticators, Scott Bessent. Has anyone heard of him? One of the most brilliant guys on Wall Street. If I don't win, you will have a 1929 style depression. Enjoy it. I believe that.
All right. So you see what he's promising us, right? He's saving the economy. Now, if he comes in and the price of goods goes up, wouldn't that be him not helping to get the goal you and I agreed on? Get to the goal you and I agreed to? You know what I mean?
oh yeah, most definitely. I do believe that there's going to be a period when people need to assess what's best for them and what their needs are. And I
But the
also
costs
believe
are
that
going to go
Americans,
up. We
yes, I do
agree.
believe that there may be, yes, I do
So
believe there may be a period of limbo where the prices have to fluctuate and then stabilize. Yes, I
So
do believe that.
so you and I both are saying we wanted the prices to go down. They are projected to start going down because Biden helped stabilize the economy after the pandemic. Supply chains are now kind of getting their act together, cleared up the backlog. Things are going down. Now, Donald Trump comes in and he's going to do two things that are going to have a major impact on the prices that you have gotten used to. He's going to do the tariffs and he's going to do the mass deportations.
Yes,
You voted for
Washington
that,
State
not
is.
me. You voted for that,
Yes, I
not
did.
me.
I live in Washington State, so you have to understand that we have a lot of immigrants here and that we are $10 billion over in our deficit. So we need to do mass deportation because we spent over $50 million alone in migrant populations that while we have $100 million deficit in the Seattle school
But did you
district.
hear what?
So our
But
state,
but did you?
exactly.
You're
I
spending
voted for
more.
Trump to clean up the democratic policies that have killed my state for the last 50 years.
So you are
We need
willing.
oversight.
But May, you're basically saying to me, and remember, we're standing in the aisle together at Safeway. You're saying, listen up, brother. Listen, Zeus. I am willing to spend $600 a month at the end of the
No,
day.
that's not what I said. Please don't put words in my mouth. What I said is that I am a consumer. I do not need anything. Americans overconsume. I do not have a problem with looking at it and waiting for things to stabilize and then entering back into the economy.
But that's going to happen, May. Remember, I'll get to the immigration.
And you overconsume. You live out of your means and you overconsume. You're scared of tariffs because you want to go out and buy things you really don't need in the first place.
Like a car?
You need are necessities.
No, people don't need cars. People don't need shoes.
People need cars every 5 years. People don't need shoes every 3 or 4 months. These are things that you overconsume.
So you want to run it like it's a prison.
You want me to agree with you that overconsumption is okay, and that is American privilege. So I'm not going to say that, for the next year that you can't go buy shoes. But for the next year you can't go buy clothes. See, that's the problem.
But
want to overconsume and say, you're scaring me. I don't need anything, sir.
But I got it. You don't need you don't need anything.
My kids don't need anything. So you don't either.
But
you don't either.
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm not
the facts. So you can actually wait until it settles.
Okay, May, can I ask a question?
Decide what you need.
May,
during that time, you could pay down your credit card debt. You could pay off your student loans. You do not need to spend any money. You could start spending that money towards the debt that you guys have.
May,
people trying to go out and overconsume.
Your friends are asking you to calm down, May.
Just wait until the dust settles.
May, your friends
fear-mongering.
May, your friends are asking you to settle down. All right, they get it. We all get it.
You guys are pathetic.
We all get it. We all get what you're saying, but what we're not getting is you can't at least explain it to us and have the conversation without
I shouldn't have to explain something that's common sense to you. If things go up, you buckle down. You don't need anything. If you have a home, you have a roof over your head, you have heat, your kids are safe and secure, you have a car outside, you don't need anything.
Okay.
So right now, you just buckle down.
Can I at least get into it?
And then you pay down the debts that you have.
Okay.
Put more towards your home. Put more towards the car that's out there that's running. And see, that's the problem. Americans want to overconsume and then say, tariffs. I'm not scared of it because I have everything that I need.
Okay. Thank you. But I'm assuming you're a responsible shopper, right? And you're not going to spend more than you need.
We're adults.
Right. So I'm only speaking about you being a responsible shopper, and you only go to the store to buy what you need. And I believe what you said at the beginning was when you buy what you need, it's doubled since Biden has been in the office, right? So
yes, but guess what I don't need? I don't need to go out here frivolously spending.
Okay, you're not doing that. But May,
coffee every morning.
May,
people drink coffee every morning.
I just gotta do the mute real quick, May. But I just want to say this: now that you're only spending money on what you need, I just want to make sure we're having an honest conversation. That once you go out and do the same exercise again after the tariffs kick in, what you need is going to cost you more money. And if it costs you more money, that means you're going to start at some point having to eat into your savings if you don't have enough income coming in, right? That's all I am trying to say, May. Can you hit unmute now?
I will not get into my savings because I will not go run out and go buy that new Michael Kors bag when I know I don't need it. I will spend it on the things that I need. And so that's the problem. People want to go spend on things they do not need.
I'm talking about the things you need. I'm talking about the things you need are going to cost more. Are you following the conversation?
And I'm okay with that because I spend a lot of money on things I do not need.
But that goes against. But that was your main. Yes, May. But that was your main complaint.
A lot of money.
That was your main complaint at the very beginning. May, are you following this?
I never complained about anything. You
didn't complain about the prices at the grocery store doubling?
No, I didn't complain. I said they went up, but I'm not complaining. I'm saying that the manufacturers.
But you also agreed. You and I agreed. We want them to go down. We wanted them to go down.
But we know that's never happening.
But we agreed. We agreed, May. Now you and I just agreed on the direction to go. We want them to come down. For you to now say it's okay, it means now you were lying.
No, I'm not lying. What I'm telling you is that I'm okay with the prices stabilizing when he comes into office, when the tariffs come in. I'm
Don't
okay
use the
with the
word
prices going up
stabilizing.
then.
Don't use the word stabilizing.
They
Say
will
what it is. It's either
stabilize.
going to go
Everything
up. It's
stabilizes.
either going to go up or down. Please
When
use
they
the.
go up, I'm not going to have a problem with that.
Thank
If
you.
they go up,
No,
because
no,
you
no.
guys are
When?
fear mongering, I'm not going to have a
Good.
problem with that. I
And
said
and
that
and
from the
I just wanted
beginning.
you to and I
I'm
just
not going
wanted
to
you
have
to
a
be
problem with that.
honest. I just wanted you to be honest this morning. You
I'm
don't
not.
care
I
about the
said that from the
prices.
beginning. I'm not gonna be. I don't. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be upset in the beginning because the prices need to stabilize. I wasn't upset when the
No, don't
prices
use
started going up
words. See,
after
stable. I
COVID
don't like the
either.
word stabilize because it colors over what the real. You do not mind seeing Americans get ripped off at the grocery store because guess what,
They're
May?
not getting
You're
ripped
okay.
off.
You're okay. You're okay. So everybody else has to spend extra money now because May has personal problems. It doesn't seem fair to me, May. Are you a
It's not
believer?
personal.
Are
It's
you a
nothing
believer in the
personal.
good
That's the
Lord? Do
thing.
you believe in the
You
good
guys are
Lord?
personal.
Do you
This
believe
has
in
to
the
do.
good Lord?
This isn't personal for me.
Well, yeah, it
This
is.
is. Come on now, stop that. Now
I'm
you're
being
being emotional.
I'm
It's
being
not
so
personal
honest
like
with
that.
you because why on earth did you beat President Biden up if you didn't care about the prices?
It had nothing to do with. See, this is the thing. You guys is
It's
you need to do some
sad. It's
introspection.
sad.
You
It's
need to
sad
do
that
some
you
introspection because you guys want to
spell it,
overconsume.
spell
You don't
introspection.
need
How do you spell
anything. Tell me what you
introspection?
need.
Tell me
What
how
you
to spell
need.
introspection. That's a
Tell me
big
what you
word.
need. You
What I
tell me what you need.
you to be honest.
Oh no! Tell me what you need personally in your life right now, financially.
For you to start being honest and stop
No, no, no,
lying.
no. Tell me what you need.
Are
Tell
you
me
gonna?
what you need right now financially.
Okay, I need $1,000,000. Give it to me.
See, that's the thing. Now you want to be facetious. You don't need anything.
Don't ask me.
You don't need anything.
See,
And if
and that's just
you have
typical
the
MAGA
financial ability,
behavior.
and you have the most people have the
That's
financial
tip.
ability
So
where
you
they're running out and they're over
see,
consuming. You want to wear
this is what my
Jordans.
mom
You
always used
want
to
to
tell
go
me
on. You want to do
about.
all that. See,
This is
that's
what
the
my mom used to tell me about. She always used to say, "Be careful what you ask for, okay? And don't ask if you can't really help." She asked me what I need,
your
and I said
priorities are
$1,000,000.
messed up. And you want somebody to cry with you, but
May
we're
I
not.
said $1
Your
million dollars.
priorities are messed up. Your
Now she,
priorities are messed up.
you don't care.
Because you should have a deep freezer
You,
full of food. If your priorities wasn't messed up, you'd have a deep
God,
freezer full of food. You wouldn't be worried about
you
that,
so
all that. This see preparation. God speaks on
now
preparation.
she want to bring God into this. Now you want to bring
God
God
speaks
into
on
this,
preparation.
May.
Are you prepared?
I'm so disappointed in you, May.
I'm just saying, you
May,
said,
I've
am
never
I a
been.
godly person?
You're
Yes, I
not.
am. And God tells us to prepare. And
I,
I'm prepared. So are you prepared?
I know a devil when I see one.
I'm a
Even the
godly
devil
person.
could
God
quote.
says to prepare.
Even the devil
Are
knows how to
you
quote
prepared?
scripture.
Because it doesn't sound like you're prepared. A prepared person wouldn't be scared.
No, no,
I'm
no, no, no,
prepared.
no, no, no. You prepared to go to hell. That's what you are.
No, God says to be
No,
prepared. And
yeah,
that's what I am.
you're
And I
prepared to go
trust
to
and
hell. I
he's
get
going
it.
to, and I
Yeah,
trust in the
and guess
Lord.
what
And
God
see, the
did?
problem
Guess what
is
God
you're
did?
not trusting.
He sent you to Big Zeus so I can let you know you're
I'm
on your way to
trusting in
hell.
the Lord.
Okay. Now, May, I need you. I
Come
need
on
you to
now.
just pipe down and let's get that demon under control real quick, or I'll have to do you. I'll have to do you in,
You're
May.
scared. I'm not. So who's that? I mean, you're
You want me
scared.
to toss you in the lake of fire?
If you was walking,
You want me to toss you into the lake
with
of
the Lord,
fire?
you wouldn't be scared. You're the one who's scared, not
All
me.
right. So you want me to go ahead and fire baptize
You're
you?
scared and I'm prepared. You're
Okay.
scared and I'm
Well.
prepared.
Okay. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, May wants it. May, I'm going to take good care of you. All right. I'm going to go ahead and warm up the lake of fire for you. All right. Because obviously you can't control your mouth and that MAGA demon. As much as I hate to do it, I know I gotta do it in order to get you on the straight and narrow. All right, the good Lord put it on my heart, May. Hopefully this will help you become a better person and stop lying on TikTok, all right? Stop lying on Safeway. The problem isn't Safeway, it's you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send May straight to hell. Lake of fire.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
May, for you to get up here and pretend like you actually are concerned about those prices of those eggs, only to bend over backwards when Donald Trump jacks up the prices. It just tells me you are as corrupt as can be. And if you are so-called affiliated with a church, you need to tell your pastor, go ahead and discontinue your membership, because either he's lying, you're lying, or you're both lying. What a sad day in America when we get colored folks like May coming up in the box and tap dancing for Donald Trump in ways our ancestors would just be totally disappointed. It's the sickest thing I've seen in my lifetime. It's really sick. All right. And I hate to go there. It's we're about to celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm really trying to be civil. And this lady gets into my box and says, I don't care if my grocery prices go from $100 to $600, Zeus. It's going to be some rough times, but I get it. What a liar. What a liar. You know what?
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
Thank you. Marsha, you might want to finish working. All right, Marsha, you can't talk to Big Zeus, Marsha. I've invited you to come up here and actually talk to me. All right, and you said I'll come up here, but you never do. So let me bring up Moo, because I know Moo said he had some information to check on what May was saying. Good morning, Moo. Good morning, Union Gang.
Hey, Zeus.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good, man. So unfortunately, May's not prepared at all, because she doesn't even understand what's going on.
Thank you. Moo, where did you go? Where did you go, Moo? I know you did that research. Moo, are you there? For some reason, your mic cut out. Moo. How about this, Moo? Send me another guest request, bro. Moo, send another guest request. All right. All right, I'm a union guy. What did you say? At Local 537, bring me up. Okay, send me a guest request. Moo, please send another guest request. Come right back up. All right, don't worry. We're going to drill, baby, drill, and we're going to lower your taxes. All right, I see. Oh, my goodness. All right. Where are we at? Moo, where did you go? Come on, Moo. Okay, you're back. All right, send a guest request. All right. I see you, Q Dog. I see you, boss. All right. Come on up here, Moose. Send a guest request because I can't send you an invite. You're reaching. Why would Mexico be upset about tariffs? It doesn't affect them. All right. TikTok, whatever. Okay, you're in the box. All right. I mean, this is sad. I asked Moo to fact check the things May was saying. Moo, I don't actually see you. I don't see you in the guest request, Moo. Can you send it again? It's so weird. Come on, Moo. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I see some folks, but I don't see you, Moo. Going once. I heard the paperwork in the background, and I said, he says he's in the guest request. Let me see. Does this? No, that didn't work. Nope, that didn't work. Let me see. All righty. Okay, now you're there. There you go. Now you're in the guest request, Moo.
Okay, let's try this again here. So, Safeway, Albertsons, and Bonds have to pay nearly $4 million to resolve allegations of price overcharges and false weight advertising.
Oh!
This is from the Sonoma County District Attorney. So May has no idea what she's talking about. These people were charging higher prices for weight on produce. They were overcharging. They would take the weight. Charge all the prices that they would normally weigh them at. They also charge prices higher than their lowest advertised or posted price. Beyond scanner violations, the grocers also had issues with inaccurate weights on labels of their products. Some items sold by weight, such as produce, meats, baked goods, and other items, had less product in the packages than was displayed on the package label. May has no clue what the hell she's talking about.
Lying May. Liar!
Yeah, so it really has nothing to do with people spending on their means.
May, send a guest request. I would like for you to come up here and defend this. All right? Please continue, Moo. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
This is sad. Did you hear her literally saying she's okay with it going up temporarily? Because she thinks it's going to go up temporarily.
Well, she has no clue what she's talking about. First of all, eggs are going up right now because there's more avian flu going around. So that's why the eggs are going up right now. Second of all, it's not Joe Biden or Donald Trump's fault that these grocery places are price gouging. And if May had any clue what the hell was going on in government, she would know that the Democrats had a price gouging bill on the floor that Mike Johnson won't bring to the table.
Thank
so
you.
May has no clue what the hell she's talking about at all.
Lying May getting up here trying to throw her whole state under the bus for Donald Trump and saying she's a Christian at that.
No, I mean, she's a good liar. I mean, unless you actually look up the information and find out that she's wrong about everything. So, May, I don't know how you can be prepared when you don't understand even what's going on.
What about the tariffs and mass deportation move? Could you explain to May why that's going to make the prices of the things that she, quote, needs go up?
Sure. If you put a 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada, those are actually our two. So Mexico is our first largest trading partner, followed by China, followed by Canada. So if you put a 25% tariff on Mexico and China and Canada, the cost of all your goods are going to go up. And then the price of gas will go up too, because guess where we get most of our gas from? We get it from Canada.
Oh.
We import gas from Canada.
You hear this, May?
You also need to understand how badly the car industry is going to suffer, because Ford Motor Corporation moved some of their manufacturing down to Mexico about 80 years ago.
I heard.
Yeah. So
I heard
if you
that,
put a 25% tariff, your price of your cars is going to go up. The price of parts when you need a repair is going to go up. And to be honest with you, I don't think Donald Trump's going to get away with a 25% tariff on these things, because his donors are going to suffer if he does that. And his donors do not want to suffer.
You hear that? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Moo.
Yeah,
See, that's what I wanted May to understand, because she doesn't trust Zeus. She doesn't trust me. So it's nice when folks like you, regular everyday Americans, come up here and just tell her and these supporters the God honest truth.
Oh, yeah, man, absolutely. I appreciate what you do, man. Thanks for bringing me up.
You're welcome, all right? I'm going to move on to our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Moo.
Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. This is your backup account? Is the other one down?
They reported me this morning because I was going off on some things, and of course TikTok is TikTok. So
yeah, well now you see why I try to walk a straight line as much as I can, because I understand how difficult it is out here, ladies and gentlemen. Moo in the chat once again. You too. All right. I'm gonna bring up some more people. Don't worry. All right, we see what's going on out there. Don't worry. I'll bring up some people. And if you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. Good morning, my good friend Union Gang Alter Ego.
What's up? What's up?
My man Union Gang.
I'm out here with my little pit child, man. Getting him ready, man.
That's
we
a
out
cute.
Here getting it in, getting our.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good Midnight. That's his name.
Midnight.
Yeah, we out here getting it in, baby.
Nice. Taking care of yourself, and that's what I want to see out here.
Got to. Hey, we got to get ready, baby. Shoot,
yeah.
Hey, we got a Cold War to win, baby.
Amen.
So, we got to get ready. These boys talking about sending deportation forces to people's houses and arresting mayors. So
yeah.
We got to be ready.
I've heard that. That guy, Tom Homan, he's ramping up the rhetoric, right? And he's making it clear.
He's talking a good game. Yeah, he's talking a good game. He want to be a straight authoritarian.
Yeah.
But they're going to learn about states' rights, right?
Yeah.
Go teach them about states' rights.
Amen.
So just like they got voted in, those mayors got voted in. Those mayors are doing the will of the American people by making Los Angeles a sanctuary city.
Yeah.
Look, if you guys want to deport people, start in the red states.
Thank you.
If you want to deport them, start in the red states. You already got Texas. Texas got the biggest border. It makes sense to start in Texas. You got Hot Wheels down there, and the rest of the most corrupt AG in America. Start there.
Yeah.
Right. Start there, and let's see how it works when you destroy your own economy. And Texas drops to the bottom of the barrel. Start that nonsense
then
we can watch and see how it goes.
But the previous guest, she just said the migrants are destroying the states that they are in. And she believes that once they get out, her life is going to be better. Could you speak to Lying May about that?
I can tell you what, if you look at my neighborhood right now, these guys are working today. These migrants they talking about, they got some of the best lawns out here in my neighborhood.
Oh,
I got hardworking migrant neighbors. Love them, and we're not. And I take 1,000 of them over one MAGA hat wearer. Right. So
tell them.
Listen. Hey, demonizing black and brown people won't save you. If you still poor, following Trump, and you voted for him, you still gonna be poor. If you're a double wide trailer, you still gonna be in a double wide trailer. You may have to downgrade to a single wide.
Amen.
When the price of eggs or whatever triple, I can survive price hikes because you know we up there. I'm not your average Negro.
Yeah.
Right? You know,
tell them, Union Gang. Tell them.
I'm economically up. I told y'all. It don't matter who the president is. I'm about to make more money than I ever did in my life because it's not about who the president is. It's about your ability to go out here and adapt situations.
Thank you.
And,
you hear that?
And so we love our migrants here in Virginia. And Virginia is the last blue state. Thank you. We are the last blue state in the South.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. They got their act together.
See, I got that black career, baby. That's the difference between a black job and a black career. Can't nobody take my career, baby.
Oh my God.
I got a black career. I got a whole career, baby. They got to pay me forever.
Amen. Amen.
And hey, all of MAGAs and Elon Musk, he can't do nothing about it.
Amen.
With his made up position. Like I told you, him and Vivek are just tokens. They have no power in the federal government.
Wow.
So they can go out here and talk about they're going to bring people back to work. You ain't going to do nothing. We're going to laugh you to scorn. That office don't exist. You have no federal oversight. You're there to make you feel good. It's a billionaire propped up position.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm here for this.
Thank you.
For it. And that's why, here's the thing also.
This
why
is what
aren't you partying, MAGA? Where the parties at? We would have been partying. My God, I'd have been partying so hard if Kamala got in there.
Yeah.
Where are the parties at? Hey, and you guys do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
Tap me on the shoulder the second America becomes great again. Tap me right here on my shoulder.
I definitely will.
The second it happens, let me know.
Yeah, but it's not really looking so good, right? Because, like you said, they're not partying, and they're in a state of delusion right now. They actually are saying, bring on the terrible times right now. They all got, spray me. That's what they're doing, spray me. I'm waiting for the terrible time, Donnie, Daddy.
They're like, we want they're like, cut off my EBT. Take my Social Security. Yeah. Good luck, MAGA. It's gonna be I want y'all to keep that same energy when the tariffs kick in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Keep that same energy when he bankrupt those red states.
Thank you.
Let's see how the great I want to get side bets.
Yeah.
I don't think he get to 1 million. I don't think he get to 1 million deported. I don't think he get anywhere near those numbers.
You don't think so? He has to get to 11 million.
Yeah, but I think he go start meeting serious resistance. Wow. Maybe around, especially if you see people getting dragged out their house.
Yeah.
20, 30, 40,000 people, families getting shipped off.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, the streets go turn on them. The streets go turn on them. It's gonna be.
I know they will.
Difficult.
Yeah, I know they will.
I say by the time he get to those several million.
Yeah.
That Elon Musk go need that bunker. Right.
Yeah. Bingo.
I say good luck.
Bingo.
A lot of these people are not going quietly. So and why should they?
Yeah.
I mean, after all, you got a felon running things.
Bingo.
It's not like we're really about law and order anyway, right?
No. That's what I tell them. If you vote for Donald Trump, like that guest that came up here, Chris, and you want to start trying to act like you have a moral compass with me, I'm going to get offended.
Exactly.
You can't tell me you got a problem with morals and you voted for a person that's immoral. Don't work like that, champ. Sorry, it just doesn't.
That part.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right, brother.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Hey, stay strong in the fight, baby. And I'll see you in the field.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. W Union Gang in the chat. No lies detected. It's a show of force. Real quickly, if you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right up here. I want to talk to you. Don't worry. I won't beat you up too bad. I don't want to do the whole identity politics because I'll win that battle, to be quite honest. I really want to make sure we have a good understanding of the issues that are about to come your way. I'm a platinum Democrat. That means no matter what happens, I'll be fine. But you might be in for a rude awakening, all right? Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter, all right? And you want me to help you out and get your taxes lowered and your debt paid off, all right? Don't worry. I know how to do all of that. We know how to drill, baby, drill. Oh, my goodness. America in the world. There we go. See, I want to talk to somebody I don't normally get. I see a lot of you, but I've talked to you, and you should be in the lake of fire burning right now, all right? American in the world. Welcome to the show. American,
Great
are
to
you
be
there?
here.
Yeah. You voted for Trump?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right, Dame, watch what I do. Uh, so we're talking about deportations, mass deportations, and it's clear that the cost of things are going to go up because of that. We're talking about tariffs, and it's clear the cost of things are going to go up because of tariffs. So it's like double the damage in terms of making the cost of things go down. Why? Why would you do that to yourself?
But is it really? I think that's a bigger question. That is speculation that things are going to go up, and it's really, to be honest, we don't even really know if he's going to actually go through with the tariffs. They are a threat.
That mean
They're
you
just
think
simply a
he's so
threat.
he would be lying. So this is him lying?
No, he's not lying. I think that a lot of the countries, for example, when you look at Canada, they largely depend upon us when it comes to trade. It would wreck their economy. They're already going through an economic crisis. People are fed up, just like they're fed up in America. Do you really think that Canada is going to take that risk with tariffs? I just don't think that they're going to take that risk, right? Mexico, the same. They're not going to take the risk. They're going to come to the table, and I think that Trump knows that.
But I don't think that's really what. I guess your way of looking at it isn't quite the way I look at it. I feel like they don't want to take that risk, which is why they're just basically trying to help him understand it's better you don't move forward with the tariffs, right? I mean, there's no issue right now for him to be doing all of that. I mean, he's trying to say, well, it's because of immigration and, it's stuff coming in through the borders, which there's more nuances about it. But for the most part, it's really an American problem more so than it is a problem with these countries. And at the end of the day, right? Once they get kicked in, he's done it before. I have every reason to believe he's going to do it again. This is what he has a mandate to do according to what he says. He has to do the mass deportations. He has to do the tariffs. He has to.
The mass
Otherwise,
deportations are necessary.
They are?
They are necessary.
So are the tariffs. You do get this,
and the
right?
tariffs are necessary. The tariffs, that is a bargaining chip. How when Biden talked to the Mexican president, the former Mexican president, about this issue, how the Mexican president responded was horrible, right? Basically telling us we just need to suck it up and deal with it. We do not need a leader that's going to accept that kind of response from someone who relies on us for their livelihood.
Okay, I get that. And you always bring up President Biden. I just want to make sure you and I are on the same page, though, okay? The cost of goods are going up. Bottom line, you have companies like Walmart already saying things like, hey, we got to let our consumers know there's a chance that things might go up once this new administration kicks in. Companies aren't paying bonuses, all right, because they know what's coming. I seen a company today, a shoe company. Hey, Trump, please don't do it. So you can't pretend like the costs aren't going to go up.
I just don't understand all the negativity related to Trump. No matter if you like him or not, he is the president. No matter if you like him or not, you should be rooting for him. We should all be rooting for him. And I do think that he's going to do something about prices. And the tariffs thing, it actually may work. And what happens when it works? Right?
Okay. You said something.
Give him a chance.
So we gave him a chance in 2016, and I'm going to tell you why there's negativity.
He did a wonderful job.
I mean, that's your opinion. I mean, it depends on if you think destroying America is a wonderful job. If you believe in destroying America, then I agree. Yeah, he did an excellent job trying to do that. But I think the main issue I have right now, I don't want to get into the identity politics. I don't want to really relitigate the past. But what's grinding my gears is you all don't care about the price of eggs. I listen to you all cry, maybe not you directly, but a lot of folks on the egg prices, the grocery prices are too high. The cost of living is too high. Trump on his campaign said he's going to fix it and bring down those costs. All right. And he threw out things like tariffs. We all looked at that and said, that's not really the solution. That doesn't make any sense. You're going to tax us, the consumer, at the end of the day, because we're going to end up paying that cost. He talks about mass deportation, and we're all going, hey, you know, the workforce consists of people here who are working illegally. That makes absolutely no sense either. But it was enough people in this country who I would say have a lot of hatred in their hearts, whether it's for their fellow Americans or for other races, or they just hate the Democrats. And they said, you know what? If it means screwing over the Democrats and these other people, then I'll take Donald Trump. And now they understand doing that is going to cost them, you know, more of that money. It's going to cost you a little bit more of that cheese you've been crying about.
What are you talking about?
Because as I just said, tariffs and mass deportations equal the cost of things going up. Inflation. That's what it's going to be. So if you were crying about you don't like inflation, it blows my mind that you're demanding inflation.
I don't think that it's a demand. And I think that
not a direct demand, not a direct demand, but you could see how it's going to be an indirect demand, right?
Number one, I think that you're coming from a different place. You're the candidate in which you're talking about Americans, how we're caring about all these other things. The reality is that the other opponent did not have any plans. It didn't have any tangible, workable plans. And that's the reason why we are where we are. But if we go into the tariffs, if you saw what happened with the farmers, they hurt in the beginning of the tariffs, but at the end, they got more out of the deal, right? I think it costs the farmers, I think about 40 million.
It cost us taxpayers. We had to subsidize.
Yes. And it was larger than any department's budget.
Okay, listen. I don't want a government if I'm running a business, I don't want to end up having to basically forfeit my business in exchange for a government handout. That basically doesn't allow me to be competitive in my industry. That's a band-aid to a serious problem. So I wouldn't necessarily brag about him doing that. That is, to me, wasting taxpayers' money. If you didn't do the tariffs, we wouldn't have to bail our farmers out. That's a waste of taxpayers' money.
I need to clarify this. That what we gave to I can pull it up. What we gave to the farmers were about over 30 million, but out of that deal, it was over 200 million. So at the end, it was not he did not lose that tariff war.
Yes, he did.
That's the reason why it's not talked about as being a loss.
But did you hear what I said?
Lose the tariff war.
Why should Americans have to pay for something that they really wouldn't have had to pay for if he didn't launch that ridiculous tariff war? You get what I'm saying? So when you do it again, I already know on the back end, guess who's going to end up paying? If he had to do that for the farmers, he's going to have to do that for every other industry that's impacted as a result of these across-the-board tariffs.
Sorry, have you looked at the numbers? If we're
just
talking about the farming thing.
I don't know them exactly. I don't know them exactly, but I looked at it and I said, this is bad for business.
You've analyzed how much the tariffs cost America, which it was larger than any department budget in the government.
So you agree they cost America? Bottom line is this, American. Bottom line is this: cost of things are going to go up. I don't care what you want to say. It's you know it, I know it. Whether it's the mass deportations, you get rid of a good chunk of our workforce. You don't have enough people to
mass deportation.
Yeah, but it's not. I get that, but at the end of the day, you're going to be spending more. And if your argument at the very beginning was we need to save money, this goes right against it. And I don't understand how you all sit here on TikTok and act like it's now okay to have everything cost a lot more. That was your main thing. Is Donald Trump better for the economy? Is Donald Trump better for the economy? Yes. Trump. But you're going to end up spending more money. Your 401ks are going to go down. Your savings are going to go down. How do you consider that to be better?
I just don't understand people on your side, because all you all want to do is sit and watch. You love Joe Biden because you sit and watch. You want Kamala because she's just sit and watch. At least we have a president. Vice President Harris, because she just sits and watch, right? But right now we have someone who's willing to do some work, real willing to engage actively in order to create a solution to this problem.
Well, I mean, I disagree, but I think you honestly believe what you're saying. So
No,
I
all
think
right,
we're
tell me,
at.
what has Biden done to lower prices?
Well, they had a policy in place to go after price gouging. Kamala had that. You said she didn't
It's
have
already
anything in terms of her
federally illegal.
policy. He helped also to get that insulin capped. I mean, President Biden, they passed the Inflation
The
Reduction Act.
insulin camp came during Trump too.
Okay. That's your opinion, but I think you really should look
It's not an
into some of
opinion; it's a
that.
fact.
And again, I think where we're at right now is clearly you don't trust Democrats, right? We
It's
can
not
agree.
that I don't
We
trust
we can we can
Democrats.
agree you don't trust Democrats. So what that lets me know is you're going to have to find out the hard way. But I want you to remember this. You spoke to me, you came to my show, and we had an honest conversation about what's about to happen once Trump gets into office. Whether you and I agree on anything, it doesn't matter. The moment he gets in and those mass deportations, which you're demanding, happen, and they start, and companies start not being able to actually, deliver on some of the things that they normally can deliver on because they don't got these employees anymore, and you won't have anybody out there to do that work. I've been asking, black folks that come onto my show that voted for Trump, would you get out there and pick those agricultural products? They won't do it. So I already can
But
see
we're
there's
not
going to be.
talking about that.
No, that's going to happen though. Somebody's got to get out there and do that backbreaking work, as far as I'm concerned.
But he's not even talking. If you listen to
Somebody.
him, I think a lot of people on your side does not listen to Trump. He said, number one, we're going to go after the criminals. And then you had it.
Okay, but anybody in the country illegally is a criminal. Not just the folks who are doing, not the folks who are just, breaking the law, committing crime. They're not just the criminals. If anybody has anything going on about their immigration status, then they're a criminal. And guess what? Even if you don't, you might fit the profile of one, and they might accidentally suck you in and have to process you, and that's going to be very devastating. These are things that have already happened in American history. And I'm being honest with you. And I got to say it this way because it's in your language. You're going to end up spending more money at the end of the day. And if your main reason for putting Donald Trump in the White House was you wanted to save money, you have to then turn around and say, well, I was lying because it was never about the money. It was about my hatred.
I don't believe that.
I
think that there are a lot of things not considered on your end related to tariffs. If we look at manufacturing in Mexico, what is China do in order to circumvent our tariffs? What do? They build plants inside of Mexico. They ship things over. And that's how they take advantage of it.
Would you really hold on?
We have loopholes. We have loopholes in our trade system.
Got it. Well, here's this thing. Somebody wants to talk to you. One of my good friends, Attacking. All right, come on, Attacking, if you don't mind. I tried my best to keep it simple and easy to follow, but maybe you, Attacking, can help him with some of the nuanced pieces. Good morning, brother.
Good morning, American. How many farmers filed bankruptcy under Trump's tariffs?
That's something in which I do not know. You'd have to tell me that.
Close to 1,000. It went up. Bankruptcy under Trump's tariffs went up 24%. Now, in regards to the USMCA, do you know anything about the USMCA? Yes or no?
Is that the small? No.
No, the USMCA is replaced NAFTA that Donald Trump put together.
The new agreement.
He knows.
Yeah, the one that he did. Do you know anything about it? Yes or no?
I know a few things related to it.
Okay, so do you know that if John Deere was to go to Mexico, that as long as 75% of the parts made in the United States were just be able to be shipped over to Mexico to put together the tractor, that there could be no additional taxation on that tractor to be shipped back to the United States to be sold? Did you know that?
I know that.
Did you know what I just asked you, yes or no?
Okay, no. Continue.
So you didn't know that, correct? Is that correct?
You know what, American? I appreciate you being honest and answering these questions because a lot of the Trump supporters would do a serious pivot. All right, this is good.
Have you taken a look at the USMCA and see all the products that we receive from Canada and Mexico? Have you looked at that? Because I did the other day.
Oh.
And the amount of the goods that we get from Mexico and Canada, with a 25% tariff, let's say avocado, we get 90% of our avocados from Mexico. 90%.
You like those American in the wild? Do you like avocados?
So let's say they cost $1, and then Trump puts a 25% tariff on them. Now it's $1.25, right? So that means I pay instead of $1, $1.25. Is that correct? That's how that works.
Yes.
Okay, great, fantastic. So that means because you've just acknowledged that a tariff does raise the price on products that we consume. So that means that if, let's say, I was an importer and Zeus, his hat, he's from another country, and he sells me that hat for $1, right? Yeah. And now a tariff of 25% goes on that, it costs me $1.25. That means that if I'm going to sell it in the United States, not only am I paying $1.25 for that, but I have to sell it for $1.50 or $1.75 to make my profit back. That's what a tariff does. So when you guys come in and say a tariff is like the lady said, tariffs are gonna stabilize the price. No, it's not. That's not what a tariff does. And in regards to Mexico, and in regards to Mexico, do you know that the lady president of Mexico used our own statistics against Donald Trump's comment? Because do you know that border crossings were down 75% between 2023 to 2024? She used our statistics. And do you know, in regards to fentanyl?
W attacking in the chat, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you know that in regards to fentanyl, that 90 some odd percent is brought across the border by American citizens? So when you guys talk about this deportation, do you know for Donald Trump to achieve removing 11,000, now I just rounded up to 12,000, we would have to deport 9,000 people a day.
Woo! You mean 11 million? You mean 11 million?
I rounded it up to 12. So at $3 million a year, do you know that would cost us $65 billion to deport these people? Now, we don't have 3 million American citizens, white boys, that are going to go to the farms to work on, because that's where they're going to go. They're going to go to the farms to deport these people. And for you to sit up here and say, oh, Trump is going to fix this. The first year of the first term of Donald Trump was great. He didn't do anything. Because when you take over the presidency for a year and a half to 2 years, there's not a policy that gets implemented into the system. He was running off Obama's coattails, job, stock market, employment, so on and so forth. And we dug out of what Donald Trump left us with Joe Biden, with people being unalive for mishandling COVID, for him losing 3 million jobs.
See, I don't like when people go on and on because it makes it sound as if everything that they're saying is true because it's going uncontested.
Well, everything that I'm saying is true.
Is there something that attacking has said?
Saying is not true.
Is there something in particular that attacking has said that
if we just go into recency, if we just look at the recent things he talked about the CV-19 thing. The reality is that our people in America, we are overweight, we are obese, we are the most unhealthiest people in the world. It had nothing to do with handling. And number two, states. Health is a state power. States handle the health emergency.
Where did C-19 come into weight? We didn't do this. By the way, Donald Trump lied to Bob Woodward, saying that he knew that the C-19 was worse than the flu, 10 times worse than the flu, but he didn't want to tell the American people. So Donald Trump hid that from the American people for the first 6 months.
That's not true. That's not true.
It's kind of funny. Hold on. It's kind of funny how I have Bob Woodward's audiobook on my page, listening to Donald Trump's own words to Bob Woodward. Donald Trump, audiobook, his own words.
As someone who is exposed to this abroad and things of that nature, I just don't believe that that's true. No one really knew. The problem is
Donald Trump. Are you saying Donald Trump's? Are you saying that Donald Trump's a liar? Then, if we're using his words in the audiobook, because it's Donald Trump's words.
I don't think that the C-19 conversation should continue. But I will say this about C-19: no one knew because it came from a country that hides things and wouldn't let scientists in.
Donald Trump said that the Chinese leader was open and transparent when it came to the C-19. He said, but that's what Donald Trump said in the audiobook. Donald Trump's own words. It's not. It's not Bob Woodward.
C-19 is not important anymore.
So okay. What else did you want to push back? What else did you want to push back on what Attacking said? We were talking about tariffs, and he made a good point about, do you know how many things we get from Mexico and Canada, and how the cost of those things are going to go up? So you understand that. So where was the lie in that? Where was the lie in that?
From my understanding, he's not planning to do across the board tariffs, even though he said it many times. I don't think that he's going to place a tariff on agricultural goods. I'm going to say this. And then number two, related to products, if they wanted to, for example, do the tariffs on, even if it's, I forgot what he said, 75%, whatever he was talking about, the statistics, they can still do it. They can disregard, because there's a.
But what if he does? What if he does do it, sir? Because I didn't think he was going to win the election, and he won.
So, hold on for a second. By the way, let me ask you a question. When Donald Trump was asked a question in regards to child care, American,
I remember that too.
He was on stage. He had 6 people on one side, 6 people on the other, and a woman in the second shelf. She asked him a question. Mr. Trump, how are you going to handle child care? What did he say, American?
He didn't have an answer for it.
No. He did have an answer, but it wasn't logical. What did he say, though, American? I want you to say what he said.
I did not view his answer as being an answer.
Well, what did he say?
I forgot what he said, but that's one question I know he did not really give an answer for.
Oh, well, he doesn't give an answer. He doesn't give an answer for anything. What he said was he's going to raise tariffs on countries, and they're going to be willing to pay for it. What did Kamala Harris say in regards to child care, American?
And don't lie, because you said she didn't have any policy. You said she didn't have policy, but it was a lie. She had policy.
That's true. She did.
No. She does. Didn't she say that she was going to give a $6,000 tax credit for children? Yes or no?
I think that she said that she was going to re-implement.
No. She said that she's going to give a $6,000 child care. $6,000 a year child care.
I remember.
So that would be a plan, would that not be? Due to the fact that Donald Trump said he's going to raise tariffs, he didn't have a plan. Kamala Harris had a plan. Is that correct? Yes or no?
That is true.
Is that a plan? Yes or no?
There's one thing that I agree with the Democrats is that what happened at the end of COVID, C-19, when they gave
No. We're not pivoting back. We're not pivoting back to that. We're on a different.
He just re-implemented. She had no new ideas.
We are in.
You can't keep pivoting.
So what about a $25,000 credit to buy a house? Donald Trump doesn't have a credit for that.
That was a horrible idea. Completely
Why is it a horrible idea? Because you don't like it.
Sign off on that.
Really?
No, because number one, Congress would never pass it, and number two, it likely.
A tax credit is a bad idea. A tax credit is a bad idea. A tax credit is a bad idea.
The working class average person does not have $25,000.
By the way, you're not listening to the words that came out of her mouth. She said, "You're not listening to the words. It's a tax credit." Now, what about a $50,000 credit for small businesses? Did Donald Trump have a plan on that? Yes or no?
How would she get?
Yes,
There are
yes,
some
yes.
things like
Oh,
student
well,
loan
see,
cancellation
the
and so
thing is
on
this. See,
that
now
are
you're
just
looking
pipe
into
dreams.
the little
They
nuances that
are
don't make
pipe
a difference.
dreams.
Now you're going into the nuances that make no difference. The thing is this: you
This
don't
is
like that she
sad.
has a plan compared to what Donald Trump has. And by
No,
the
no, no, no.
way,
When you
we're
sell pipe
getting
dreams, that is not a plan.
we get a lot of products to build homes from Canada. Now, if there's a 25% tariff, with Kamala Harris, she wanted to build 3 million new homes to address the issue.
Yeah.
Donald Trump adding the 25% tariff, that's going to stop that now, isn't it?
Canada will not even allow the tariffs to happen. They're going to step in ahead of time.
Okay. So
That's what I
let's
have to say about
say
Canada.
let's
Will
say
not
both
allow this to
Mexico.
happen.
Let's say both Mexico and Canada.
If
Mexico
you
and
know what's
Canada.
happening in Canada,
So wait a second. Hold on a quick second. Attacking is delivering a lot of information, and you're to me coming across like perhaps you're having a little bit of doubt in your mind now about the things Donald Trump is going to actually do. Is this what I'm hearing? We know what that means. Attacking. You got him on the ropes. TKO. We know exactly what this is.
Again, you had the Mexican president, the lady president, calling Donald Trump out in regards to fentanyl and border crossings, using our own government statistics. She's calling him out. And by the way, if he puts a tariff on them, she said she's going to put a 50% tariff on us.
Oh, God.
So the thing is,
she can't
for you
afford it.
people,
She can't afford it.
oh, okay,
She
good.
can't
I'm
afford
glad.
it.
And by the
Most
way,
people don't understand. Canada and Mexico cannot afford tariffs from the United States.
for you people to say that you're okay with the prices going up on products that you bitched about for 4 years because Donald Trump is in office now, you're willing to pay the extra price. I'll bet you think that Donald Trump helped cause $2 gas prices, didn't you?
What I'm saying is that the tariffs will not happen. They're not. I don't think that they're going to happen.
But you can't say that. You can't say that to us because he's threatening to do them.
Yeah. How about this?
I know.
Did you ever think in your lifetime that you would see a sitting president use his followers to attack the United States Capitol building to keep himself in as president with the lies in regards to mass voter
that
fraud?
part. He did not incite an insurrection.
Now, American in the Wild. Listen, you should just change your name to Russian in the Wild because, as far as I'm concerned, you're detached from reality. We've hit you with so much information. I don't even think you understand. You're not standing. You're knocked out. You're knocked out, bro. TKO.
By the way, do you care that 140 cops were beat up and 7 people lost their lives in relationship to Donald Trump's using his people to attack the Capitol?
He doesn't care.
He did not use his people to
Sir, honestly, you might want to stop. You might want to just stop now because if we do more damage to you, you might not necessarily be able to enjoy your Thanksgiving. Do you want us to ruin? Do you want us to ruin your Thanksgiving?
What do you think about Rudy Giuliani causing Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss to be threatened with violence and losing their lives because they lied about the election?
He is experiencing the pain that he should experience right now. He's basically everything's been taken away from him.
So he lied about them. Is that correct? Yes or no?
The court said it, and I believe it.
Did he lie about Ruby Freeman? Yes or no?
The court has ruled that he did.
We just asked simple questions here. We didn't listen. You don't got to be creative. Yes, thank you. That means a lot.
Okay, so great. So that means he lied for Trump, knowing that the election in Georgia was not stolen from him. Correct?
No. I think that there are some Trump followers that are delusional. I think that he
oh my God!
This is true. I believe that he genuinely believes that.
Zeus, thank you very much for letting me up. And by the way, I slept in for the past couple of days because I wanted to because I've been working out really heavy.
Okay, that's nice.
But Thanks for letting me up. American, you know what? You're really a very delusional, terrible person who.
Cabria, W. Cabria. All right. Well, listen. Thank you, attacking. W attacking in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you call you getting your steak well done. All right, American. I got to move on. You've been a good sport, really dancing in the ring and getting beat up. You've gotten beaten up real bad. I got to do what I got to do. Any last words, sir? Because do you regret voting for Donald Trump now? Because that's all the people.
Donald Trump.
Oh, you don't.
And I think I'm looking forward to this future. There we go. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, all right. And on his way to hell. Ladies and gentlemen, American cannot be... Well, actually, I'm going to call him Russian in the wild. Russian in the wild cannot be saved because he is so busy worshiping Donald J. Trump. Let's give him a huge round of boos and shame.
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Goodbye.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it,
Goodbye, Russian.
never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Never gonna get it, never get it.
You know, the only thing that I think made my day is when he said, did he say something like Trump supporters? He says, Trump supporters are delusional. Once you said that, I said, that's say no more, say less. But he didn't realize he told on himself. All right. Let's bring up the next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look who I got, my good friend Nutty Professor. Welcome to the show, Nutty. They were looking for you yesterday, Nutty. We were looking for you. Me, you, and Q-Dog. We were all looking for you. Nutty, please, here we go again with this account situation. Nutty, where are you at? Going once, going twice, Nutty. Looks like we're not able to patch you through. You must be somewhere in the woods, all right? Thank you attacking though. All right, seriously. All right, this is some insane stuff we are dealing with. All right, let's move on to the next guest. Good morning, my good friend, brother Swerve. Swerve, haven't heard from you in a while, my brother. How are you doing?
You know what? I got to be honest with you. For a man who's been given a limited amount of time left on this earth, I think I'm in a pretty good mood.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you.
First thing I want to bring up, and good morning to the team, and good morning to Mama Zeus. I know she's listening, so I will always make sure that I try to keep it clean on her behalf.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know, I did recently receive some devastating news, and then I got some more devastating news a couple weeks later. But I think I'm in a pretty good mood.
Talk to us.
I wanted to touch base. I can't remember what his name was, but that guy who said you called him Snuggles BFF.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think it's incredibly cringe that they think for some reason because they call Trump daddy. Remember, Tucker Carlson, his biggest cheerleader, came out on stage and said, "Your daddy's coming home, and you're going to get a vigorous spanking." Right?
Right
and
there.
When Trump walked out on stage, they all started yelling, "Daddy's home."
Yep.
Now that's cringe as all get out to me.
Yeah.
You know, if I was in the throes of passion and somebody called me daddy, I'm like, oh, hold up, wait a minute, turn the lights on. We got.
Yeah.
That just ain't my thing. But you know what? To each his own. I'm not here to kink shame, but I'm not gonna come out here and call Kamala Harris mommy.
Yeah. No.
Like not like they've been calling Trump daddy.
You don't hear that.
That's just weird.
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't really go that far and worship politicians over here. What they are doing, the tattoos and all that stuff, that's weird. Definitely.
That's cult-like behavior. The best thing I've told, look, I publicly congratulated Donald Trump on his win. I said, hey, look, you ran your campaign how you ran your campaign.
Uh-oh, where did you go? Wait. Somebody said we call her Mama. Wait, no. We don't call her that. That's just a name she gave to herself. But if some people refer to her as that, that's fine. But no one's really going out here getting the tattoos. Please stop it. Swerve. Where are you at, Swerve? It looks like you may have gotten a call. Oh my goodness. All right. And to be honest, she has motherly qualities. The way she looks after those kids, it's like
Zeus,
wow.
I'm sorry about that, man. I got a phone call.
Okay.
My bad on that. But no. So I just think it's cringe that they're. I'm not calling Kamala. Look, Trump, you won. Congratulations. They need to be downloading his victory speech and adding it to their spank bank.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, I wouldn't have been doing that if Vice President Harris won. But some of them have done that.
Yep.
The other thing, May ain't got a clue.
Oh.
For her to sit out here and say people are buying stuff they don't need. Okay, well let's say we stick to a budget.
Yeah.
We stick to a budget that's tight, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you have a car repair. You need that car repair. And you may or may not have the money. She acts like everybody in the country has the same circumstances she has.
Right.
But I guarantee you, if she drives out of her house today, and the engine falls out the bottom of her car, does she have the money to get that fixed?
May, are you here? May, could you please help us? Help us out.
When her grocery prices go up,
yeah,
does she have the money to cover that cost? Because she may not need it right now.
Yeah,
but she gonna need food to replace all the food in her deep freezer. I got a deep freezer; it's full of food. Sooner or later, it's gonna have to be replaced.
Yeah.
If I don't eat it all before it spoils, that's the bottom line.
Or a natural disaster comes, right? And the deep freezer don't even matter now because your house is gone. So May is living in fantasy land.
Straight up fantasy land. The only thing I can hope of in the fear of a natural disaster is when the power goes out, the freezer can hold its temperature long enough so everything in it don't spoil.
That part.
Otherwise, guess what I need?
Yeah.
I need to go and replace it.
That part.
And that's what she's missing. She don't care how much it costs. And you were absolutely spot on, Zeus. When she uses the word stabilize, prices are not going to stabilize. They're going to begin to go up.
Thank you.
And when we talk about tariffs, since tariffs were such a great thing, we spent $30 billion bailing out our American farmers. And it mostly went to the corporate farms. I'm talking like Tyson Chicken.
Yes.
I'm talking like some Green Giant. That's where that money went.
Yeah.
Okay. Now here's the thing. If he goes through with this deportation, Zeus, 40% of the migrant workforce that is out there in the field, picking these fruits and vegetables on behalf of the nation, getting paid, adding taxes to our economy to the tune of $90 billion almost every year, paying their own way, even though they can't reap none of those benefits.
Right.
Well, the tariffs are going to incentivize companies to come back here and manufacture their products in this country. Where do we stand up the factory that is going to manufacture broccoli?
Exactly, or the PS5s, right, and the stuff like that. Who's going to make those in the United States, right? I mean, these people don't understand how things work.
I'm talking strictly from an agricultural standpoint, right?
Good point.
There is no factory out there that can manufacture strawberries. No.
What about bananas?
No bananas, no pineapples, cucumbers, avocados. There's no factory out there that can manufacture agriculture. And when you say cars, we already make cars in this country. Now, you can ban a car from being sold in this country. I know there's one, it's either Chinese or Japanese car that's being banned from being sold in this country.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it is, but it's got a direct link to the internet. And the United States was like, yeah, we don't need you driving
Cut it out of
Area 51 and picking up some stuff. Right?
Yeah.
So they said, yeah, you can't sell that thing over here.
Wow.
Go and sell it elsewhere. But we already make cars in this country.
Yeah.
And when you say, well, like when Donald Trump was president, 2 auto manufacturing plants here in the state of Ohio shut down. One in Cincinnati, and he had a meeting with him. I promise you, this plant's not going to close. A year after he was president,
kiss of death. Gone. It's the kiss of death when he does that.
Under the Biden administration.
What's that?
It opened right back up.
Thank you, President Biden. Thank you.
They put the money and retooled it, and GM was able to open both of those manufacturing plants. This is why we lost 192,000 manufacturing jobs in this country before CV-19 even hit.
Wow.
The steel tariffs, they turned around and put retaliatory tariffs on us. So we couldn't sell our steel. Wow. So production slowed down in the steel mills. Men and women were laid off.
That
The
part.
steel was stacking up. And guess what happened? One of those most iconic manufacturing companies in the world left this country.
Wow.
Harley Davidson.
I remember that.
Because they were not going to eat the cost of that expensive steel. Right?
Wow. Yeah.
And they were like, we're out. We're out. And when it comes to this, the whole tariff thing between Canada and Mexico, according to his agreement, he can't tariff Canada or Mexico for anything.
Wow.
He can't say. He said, that's the way I understood it when I read it.
Wow.
So this is Carrier did leave. Carrier sent over 85% of their jobs in manufacturing overseas, and they kept a corporate office in Indiana.
Wow.
So yeah, Carrier left. Those people lost their jobs.
Wow. So
But
much
see, this is what
for
happens.
fixing
Y'all
the
sit there and say
economy.
we're lying, but you won't go and look it up and research it for yourself. Everything I've said can be fact checked. Go fact check me, MAGA, if you dare.
700 people lost their job at Carrier. Wow. I mean, but these people, do you think any of these people who lost their job were Trump supporters?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice to actually talk to them and get their opinion about this whole experience? Hey, you voted for this guy and now you're unemployed. And guess what they do when they're unemployed? Don't they look to get unemployment benefits and stuff like that? They want to be Democrats, huh?
They're gonna collect that social welfare that they hate so very much.
Socialists. Wow.
I don't like the way that all these socialist programs that helps people when they lose a job or a tornado takes down their house. That's just a load of that's a load of crap. Oh, I lost my job. Okay, how do I reach the unemployment office? Oh, now you like socialism.
Yeah.
Now you like socialism.
Yeah.
And since Donald Trump is all about America first. America first. We're gonna drill, baby, drill. Can I get a little bit of that, Zeus? Can I get a little bit of that real
You want
quick?
some of this drill, baby, drill? Don't worry, I got you, because this is what we
baby,
do.
Drill.
All right.
Drill, baby, drill, we're gonna frack. Drill, baby, drill like it's Drill, baby, drill, we're gonna drill, baby, drill.
Since he's gonna drill, baby, drill, all of these companies that he has in China making all of the companies that have Ivanka making her merch, are they going to put tariffs on them and force them to move back to this country? I bet you he won't.
Oh.
Because if you remember during his first presidency, it was someday he declared it National American Manufacturing Day.
Yeah.
Did he move those companies back over here?
No.
He sure didn't.
It's all performative with him.
It is performative. And if he goes through with these tariffs and the deportation of our migrants, they are going to find themselves, these people, they're going to find themselves in the quintessential FAFO situation.
Thank you.
They have effed around. Now they got to find out.
Amen.
And the unfortunate side is the rest of us have to find out with them. You know, like I was saying the other day, Zeus.
Yes.
When President Obama handed the reins over to Trump, we didn't undergo no hardships, did we?
No.
Not a single one.
No.
When Trump handed the reins over to President Biden, we were already under hardship. And now President Biden is getting ready to hand off the reins to Trump yet again with a slamming economy, great unemployment rate,
Amen.
all kinds of good programs going on.
Amen. He's telling the truth.
And if Donald Trump just sits there and rides it like he should have done the first time, no, he wants to cut taxes on the wealthy again. Where's that money coming from? Tariffs doesn't replace trillions of dollars in taxes.
No, it doesn't.
It just doesn't.
Thank you.
So
tell him, sir.
We got deficit after deficit after deficit after deficit. But hey, like I said, man, F around and find out.
Exactly.
They done the F around part.
Yeah.
Now they got to find out the hard way.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. Well, listen, brother.
Let me go ahead and get out of here.
All right.
Up in the kingdom, man.
All right.
Appreciate you, brother. I love you.
You're welcome. Love you too.
All my love to the kingdom. Thank you for the gifts.
Yeah.
Y'all be well. Y'all be safe, and doggone it, have fun while you're doing it.
All right. W swerving in the chat.
Thank you, everyone, for the gifts as well. Thank you.
Thank you. A lot of love in the kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Brother Swerving a round of applause. No lies detected. All right.
Okay, here we go. All right, I'm out, Zeus. Love you, brother.
All right.
Lake of Fire is kicking it, my friend. We
Thank
got
you.
plenty of room, so keep filling it up.
Yeah, I will, because guess what? As much as I try to, be civil with some of these folks, they end up just showing that, we can't really work with them on anything.
Oh, I heard the last guy you and attacking were talking to. He said, some Trump supporters are delusional. I said, I love when y'all tell on yourself. I love when you tell on yourself.
Thank
Let
you.
me bounce, man. I love you, brother. I'll see you again soon.
All right, love you too, ladies and gentlemen. That's Brother Swerving right there. As you can see, many of you think the Democrats have retreated, and this is going to be smooth sailing once Donald Trump gets into the White House. But I want you to understand one thing, at least while I'm around. I'm advocating that the moment he messes up, we go ahead and get those articles of impeachment drafted. And I know he has the House and the Senate, and they say that'll never happen. I'm going to make sure the American people put enough pressure on the Republicans to do the right thing to save this country, right? Because we just can't have no standards, all right? Even if it were the other way around, I would expect my fellow Republicans, if we had a criminal in the White House doing things that were bad, I would expect the president's own party to hold them accountable. It's just the American way. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't know how he's not going to do crimes, because it's clear Donald Trump only knows crime. All right. Now, do I want him to be successful as a president? Absolutely. If he's doing the work of the American people, oh, by all means. Round of applause. All right, round of applause. But if you get in there and you start committing crimes, you know what we got for you. That part. We got that. That part. That part. All right. Okay, let's see. Who do we got next? If you're a Trump supporter, please. Oh, Dino, you say, how did those two impeachments work out? Well, he didn't get convicted in the Senate, but it's not a come up to get impeached. It's not something to go around, "Oh, I got impeached." No, that means you did something very terrible, because it should have never came to that. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. Oh my gosh. And I will bring you up real quickly. I'll help you drill, baby, drill. We'll lower those taxes. And don't worry, we'll get you squared away. All right. And get you prepared for the inevitable. All right. Let's see. Who do we have? There we go. I see a new guy. I see somebody up here. I knew I haven't spoken to all of you. I see some of you. Snuggles. Snuggy is what G-Man calls you. I've already dog walked you so many times, Snuggy. What is it that you want to say to Big Zeus? All right, you shouldn't be wanting to climb Mount Olympus every single day. Your Majesty, is he a felon? I'll tell you this: a jury found him guilty 34 times. All right. A jury found him guilty 34 times. It is what it is. You tell me what that is. D Tank.
Hey, how's it going? Good morning.
Good morning. How can I help you? You want me to help lower your debt and pay off some of lower your debt and pay some of these taxes off?
Well, I think you guys are kind of misrepresenting exactly what he's going to do when he takes office. I think you're fear-mongering people with these tariffs, but you're not telling the whole story.
Well, what did we miss?
Okay, so when he gets into office, think about it for a second. Joe Biden, it goes from Joe Biden all the way down to Bush's to Obama. They all come into office and do executive orders, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so first thing he's going to do is, and this is if you read Agenda 47, if you also look at some of the advisors that he has, this is exactly how it's going to come out, and it's not going to. This is how he's going to fend off the tariffs that people are fear mongering about. First thing that's going to happen is he doesn't need Congress to take taxes off tips, taxes off of Social Security, or taxes off of overtime.
You're saying he can do that with executive order?
He can do that with a stroke of a pen. Just like Kamala said, he can do that with a stroke of a pen. Now, to keep it in there permanently, it has to go through Congress, but he can come in day one and he can remove those taxes automatically. So if he
you want him to take away the taxes on tips?
Well, I'm just saying, I'm giving you an example. You're saying that everything's going to go up when he implements these tariffs.
Yeah.
But he has a plan so that the American
He has concepts. I know he has concepts of a plan.
No. He has a plan. If he does this with a stroke of a pen, So if you're working, say a worker works 60 hours a week, he's getting 20 hours overtime, and he's not getting taxed on that money. That's extra money in his pocket, correct?
Well, that's what they're saying, but a lot of companies are just not going to pay overtime. You know how this goes.
Okay, but
So
then
of course, there's not going to be any tax on zero. You can't. You know what I mean? I mean, nobody is trying to spend more money than they have to. That's
okay. So
you get what I mean?
okay, so you're saying right now the labor force, there's not a lot of companies out there that have a hard time hiring right now?
There are companies that are having a hard time hiring. That's why we
Okay.
got situations that we got. You know, with the immigrants.
Okay, so like right now, I work in my job. I'm working 55 hours a week.
What industry?
I'm a general engineer.
Okay, okay, general engineer. And what do general engineers do?
I help. Actually, I help with ADM. I don't know if you've ever heard of Archer's Daniels Midland.
No. But what are
What
you
I do
doing?
is I come in and we help with everyday activity as far as like processing machines, keeping them up and running, setting up new parts of the facility. Like if they add lines to the facility or
Okay,
something breaks down, we fix it or anything that has to do with that.
got it.
Um,
You've been doing that for how long?
I got my master's in 2000 in 2001, and I've been doing it since then. So,
Okay, so you survived the pandemic and all of that, it seems, because it seems like you're in an industry that's essential.
well, it depends on what where you're actually because ADM agriculture is like they do refined oils and then they do edible beans, refined edible beans. So yeah, I mean it's part of the agriculture. So to a point it was,
Oh, it's
but
part of agriculture. Yeah, so
yes.
now there's going to be somewhat of an impact. There's going to be a shock coming your way because I've spoken to a lot of people on both sides of the aisle, even independents, and everyone is basically coming to the conclusion tariffs, mass deportation, increased inflation. There's no way around it.
Yeah, there's not. Well, here's the thing.
There's no way
And
around it,
I'm not,
right?
I'm not, I'm not disagreeing with you, but what I'm trying to say is that, the thing is that if he was going to do this and not have a plan in place, then I would say everybody could go off and criticize him and fairmonger. But he does have a plan in place to counteract the tariffs that he's
What
going to
is
implement.
okay? So let's walk this out and let's really walk the dog on this. I'm going to implement an across the board tariffs, and then in some cases an additional tariff. You know, especially with China and Mexico and Canada. All right, mainly China though, because there's things that I needed to do. We know the cost of goods are going to go up because of that for us consumers. What is Trump plan? What is his plan that you're saying is going to offset that increase? Because he doesn't talk about it when he threatens the war. And it's like this: if you're going to end up offsetting it, then why do it?
Well, what
We're
he's
just
going
going
to
in a circle then, right? It's like I'm gonna make the cost go up 20%, but then I'm gonna reimburse you 20%. Well, then why are we doing this?
Well, it's not really that he's trying to do anything as far as like uh, change things. He's trying to get everything on an equal playing field. If you look at things, China puts. If
If
you
you
look at
but that doesn't go together. If he's not trying to change things, then the answer should be I'm not going to do tariffs because that would be me changing
well,
things.
okay, sorry, I should have said it wrong. He's trying to change things, but the way he's trying to do it is he's trying to make things more fair for the American people. We pay more tariffs. If you look at
But
the
okay, how is me paying more for eggs fair to me?
okay, it's only going to be for a short time. That's the thing. So,
That's the
so
wrong way, Tank 50. Let me be honest. As the person that monitors the money that I spend, and I have direct knowledge of the money that I spend, the fair way would be for you to not make me spend a crying dime more. Only down. Never up. Always down. You, you,
where do we get most of our eggs from?
I don't care where you get them from. I hear some places we get it right here in the United States.
Most of all of our eggs are from the United States.
Okay, but why? But did you hear my complaint? If you're promising me relief, I want to see things go down. Don't pee on my leg and then tell me it's raining outside, sir. Okay?
All right.
The issue is you're gonna tell somebody you're gonna get screwed, but it's not going to be that long, and then they're going to go, okay, that makes perfect sense. Thank you for making me feel better about getting screwed. I'll go ahead and empty out my 401k now. I feel a lot better because you told me it's going to get better at some point.
I don't mean you're going to get screwed. Okay, so simply put,
But that's what's going to happen.
no, actually, it's not. I mean,
If as the person that has direct knowledge about my income and expenses, if you make it go up just a smidget more, a penny more, I'm in a terrible spot.
How'd you do with the 9% inflation?
I didn't really do so good. So if 9 was rough, 15 is 16, it's going to be a lot worse. And don't try to tell me just because it's not going to be that long that it's going to be okay. No, I don't think like that. Tomorrow's not promised. I need immediate help. You get what I mean?
Have you ever looked at the numbers in the World Trade Organization with tariffs that we actually pay from other countries?
I've never really done that. But did you hear what my
Why not?
Because I'm more concerned about my eggs. Did you ever think that? Did you ever think
only eggs? You're only concerned about your eggs, really?
That's where it starts, to be quite honest.
Oh no, sir. There's
actually, I'll go a little further. The groceries, all of them.
Okay.
Let's be honest. So if I was going to, you heard the previous guest come up here. Her name was May. I call her Lying May. I used to spend $250 at Safeway for a basket of groceries, Zeus. Now I'm spending $450, almost $500. You heard that. And this is a Trump supporter saying that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm helping this person understand when the tariffs kick in, we're probably going to be $700-800.
No, that's not true.
It is.
Can I just talk for just a second and finish
But if it is true, then what, Tank?
Okay, if it's true, I'll come back on here and say that you were exactly right.
No, it's not even about that. I'm out that money. I need it back.
Right. Okay. So listen. Do you understand that some of the tariffs that he's going to implement is stuff that we actually make right here in the United States? He wants to bring that stuff back to the United States, and that's how you get the companies to come back here.
But did you hear? There's some things you can't, especially if you're talking produce. Swervin just brought it up. There's some produce that don't grow in the United States. So once again, you've gone into my pocketbook, and I don't know about you, but once somebody starts taking my money, they're not really a good person in my eyes, especially if I didn't sign up for it. I don't know how you operate, but from the way that I see it,
how do you know that every item is going to be? But that's what
it's a blanket tariff, and I haven't even gotten to the deportations, right, where things are going to cost more if you're talking construction. If you are working with companies that deal with people who do this kind of labor, and now they're not there, the cost goes up. It's all turning into Americans having to spend more money than they are now. Bottom line, Tank, there's no pretty way to make people think this is okay. There's no pretty way of doing it. Your utility bill is supposed to get cut in half, 50%. It's not going to happen. So why are you all of a sudden okay with hard times?
You're not an expert on it, so I mean, we have to wait and see, right?
Oh, well, that's easier said than done, Tank. You have no solutions. You have no solutions. What is he going to do to offset this? What is he going to do to offset my cost of living?
All we're doing is fear mongering, right? That's all we're doing. That's all you're doing.
I haven't fear mongered. Fear mongering. I'll give you an example.
They're going to pay 15% inflation. That's fear mongering.
No. So if I read,
you can't prove where that's going to happen.
Okay, how about this? Let me read this to you. Okay.
What's your source?
On January 20th, one of my many first executive orders. Oh, I'm reading this from Donald Trump. I will sign all necessary documents to charge Mexico and Canada 25% tariff on all, capital ALL, products coming into the United States and its ridiculous open borders. This tariff will remain in effect until such time as drugs, in particular the F1, are and illegal aliens stop this invasion of our country. Okay, and then he posts another one. Let me get to that one. All right, there. This is the one. I've had many talks with China about the massive amount of, coming in particular the F kind, being sent into the United States, but to no avail. Representatives of China told me that they would institute the maximum penalty of unaliving for any dealer caught doing this, but unfortunately they never followed through. Until such time as they stop, we will be charging China an additional 10% tariff above any additional tariff on all of their many products coming into the United States. That's directly from the horse's mouth, sir.
What are we, Zeus, as a country? What are we?
What are you trying to get at?
What I'm trying to get at is we're the biggest consumer of the Chinese products, correct?
Yes.
So what happens if we decide to cut off where we're not? They need us. Do you not understand that?
No.
Yes, they do.
You need China. That's what I understand. If we're the ones that has the largest demand, I don't know about you, but have you ever had your water cut off, bro? It's like cutting somebody's water off. You need water.
Okay, but if you
where you going to go get it? How many people got a backup China? What do you have a backup China plan or something?
If you're crashing somebody's economy, what do you think?
Sir, do you have a backup China plan? All right, you've been getting your product from China all these years. You've become comfortable doing it. What's the backup plan for everything you've been getting from China? A lot of people don't even know what they're getting from China. You're so used to doing it. It's like driving a car. You don't know what's in the car that may have came from China. You don't know when you go to the grocery store, all the things you interact with that may be coming from China. You have no clue. And this is the problem. You're sabotaging yourself, sir, and you don't even get it. Unfortunately, you don't get it. You don't get it.
Talk, right?
Well, make your last point, because honestly, Zeus has to run. All right, I didn't know I was talking to you this long. Sometimes I get too deep into these conversations, and I'm just going, wait a minute. You got to be careful.
I noticed something about you.
Well, keep on noticing, but make your last point. All right, because I got to warm up the lake of fire.
Okay, so yeah, warm that bitch up.
Oh. Well, could you not curse?
Oh, sorry, I take that back. Anyway, so my last point is this. You had that woman up here, May. What was her name, May?
Lion May. I call her Lion May.
So then you had the guy up here that brought you the receipts or whatever from one county.
Moo.
I don't know, the guy that...
Moo. His name was Moo.
Okay, Moo. Moo brought you the receipts, right? I looked it up and I'm sitting here, that was one county, correct?
Oh, okay.
And if you go and look at the Walmarts, and you go look at Albertsons, and you go look at Safeway's profit margins, their profit margins are only between 2% and 3%. And if you go back in history and look, that's usually where most grocers are, is like between 2% and 3%. So his statement of price gouging is actually inaccurate.
Oh, okay. Well,
it was one county.
Oh,
so maybe you should get better people to do your statistics.
Maybe now that's what I call fear mongering, what you just did right there. That's fear mongering. Fear mongering. That's fear mongering. Thank you.
That's true.
And
that's truth.
Okay, well listen, I got some more truth for you. All right, and you hear it. All right, that's the lake of fire. All right, I appreciate the conversation.
People you can't win against, you overthought.
No, it's not that. Yeah. It's nothing personal.
You notice how you let May run off and go crazy, but yet every time I say something, you try to cut me off.
No. May wasn't even talking. May wasn't talking. May was rambling. Okay. Well, listen, Tank, come on back. I'll take good care of you. We'll drill, baby, drill, and we'll lower your taxes. No, Tank, come on back. But in the meantime and in between time, look at the time. Zeus has to get up out of here. I have a life to live. I have people to see and places to go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Tank 50 into the lake of fire.
Silence, you
Tank, you did an excellent job trying to hide from the facts and to hide from the truth, but unfortunately, sir, it's not going to work. The cost of things will go up. whether you like it or not. All right. And it has nothing to do with me being a Democrat, because if it was that, it would be a lot worse. This is all because of Donald Trump. No one told him to start these tariffs. All right. No one said it, but he's told you he's going to do it all campaign, and he's living up to his promise. So it's up to you to deal with the consequences of it. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get up out of here. But before I do, I want to give you all a round of applause. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to hang out with me this morning, all right, to be a part of probably one of the best shows on TikTok. I mean, really, where else are you going to go be in a Thunderdome at and just really have to navigate all of these different things that we're dealing with in this country? I really do appreciate it. Thank you to all the subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists. W Creative Inc. Studios. Thank you, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please go check him out. Great clothes, great merch. All right, please go out there and support these independent business owners out there. All right, but also I want to give one last round of booze and shame. And you know who this goes out to. Definitely it goes out to all the Zeus haters out there. And not just my haters, but these are also your haters too. They listen to Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin all the time. Right now, they're in a state of shock. They don't believe that the cost of things that they love is going up. They don't believe it right now for some strange reason, but it's going to go up. This is going to be your last affordable Christmas, all right? Your last affordable Thanksgiving. Everything that you've grown to love and enjoy, this is the last of it, because come next year, you're not going to have a country anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a huge round of booze and shame. Oh, wait a second.
Silence!
That part.
Mega Damon!
Your Majesty, Tiny Tank Top, Tim Tom, knock it off, cut it out. All right, I'll see you when I see you. Ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Another great show! Hey! Hey, let's go! What'd you say? I'm one of the good guys, huh? Let's go. No, I'm not on the wrong side. You're on the wrong side. Just keep listening and following along, sir. I'll take good care of you. Big Al. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Mr. Biden brokered the release of 3 hostages. Wow. W. President Biden. And W. My sister Capria. Thank you so much. Y'all all be safe out there, all right? Don't party too hard. Come back in one piece. Thank you, President Biden. Yeah! I might be on tomorrow, depending on how I feel. Thank you, Q-Dog. Hey! Little Miss, thank you. W Creative Inc. Studios. W Angel. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Some Democrats have some of the best fun on TikTok. We don't get up here and cry. It's all a good time. And we make sure we hold you Trump supporters accountable. We don't let you get away with a thing. Love your show. Love you too, Sneaky Fingers. You gotta be able to connect those dots. Woo! Big news! Recognizing indigenous people! Little Miss! Thank you, Little Miss. Let's go, let's go! Love you too, bro. Hey, Rhea, no, thank you. I try to make your morning. I really do. W and let's go. Let's go. Get up, ladies and gentlemen. Dance, you know what we do. Thank you, Alter Ego, for doing God's work. Thank you. Choo, choo, W. And you enjoy every minute of my show. I enjoy you. It's 50-50 if I will be on. 50-50 tomorrow. You always like the end of the shows. I appreciate it. Gotta end it on a high note every time. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now let's move on out of here. We got to get to some of this drill, baby. Drill, and we are out of here, all right?
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill, we're gonna frack. Drill, goes a black.
Hey!
She's gonna bang. You know she's gonna bang.
W Heaven! Woo! W Cabrillo! Wow, we got a unicorn! Hey! We're gonna drill, baby, drill like it. Hey, thank you. Hannibal Lecter. Hey, we gotta have a party with this song, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? We gotta have a real party.
Insane asylums.
Right, Ange?
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter?
Why?
He must be cognitively deep insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal. Drill.
Hey! Let that drop. Timmy, you know you love that drop. Right, Angel? Woo! All right, I got to get out of here, all right? But you know what I wanted to say, because you guys need a good reminder.
In many ways.
What did I want to say? What did I want to say? You know what? We'll do it next time. I'm out of here. I don't want to do it. Take care, ladies and gentlemen, and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.